A couple days ago, I learned a very valuable lesson on the importance of being a good wingman for your friends. I'm sure you all know what a wingman is, but I'll explain it anyway for anyone that hasn't been outside. A wingman is someone that you can rely on to help get you laid. Basically, it is a friend of yours whom will vouch for you in a social situation when you're talking to a stranger that you're romantically interested in. So for example, you're at the bar and you start a conversation with someone you're interested in, but things aren't really going anywhere. You start to sweat, your ass gets a bit swampy, and it's looking like all hope is lost. And that's when the clouds part and a heavenly glow shines upon your wingman. They're the Batman to your Gotham. They're about to save you. So they scoot in on a skateboard and they just hype you up in front of the other person. They vouch for you. They make you look great. They say some shit like, "Hey Charlie, thanks for letting me borrow the Lambo yesterday. Really appreciate it. Oh, and also, those animals you saved from the shelter last week, well, they all found loving households today." And, they just say some shit that, really puts you up there. It's like, damn, this guy's fucking cool, right? That's the purpose of a wingman. I've always believed, I guess delusionally, that I was a good wingman, and it wasn't until a couple days ago I learned, man, I fucking suck at it. But not only am I a shitty wingman, I'm just a bad friend. So a couple days ago, I posted this video where I was interviewing two Moist Esports athletes, Cola and Goblin. We were eating spicy food together and just really, dudes being bros. We were bonding, learning a lot about each other. And Cola told a story about the time he relied on me to wingman him, to vouch for him, in order to help his chances with a lady he was interested in. Now, this wasn't in the final cut of the video, so it's not actually in the Pain Isn't Real video. This was something that I kept in the archives because I wanted to make a very special topic just addressing it and a public apology to Cola for this. So I'm going to play the clip now and then go into it a little bit more after the fact. So just to paint the picture in case you haven't seen the original video, you should check out the interview just to get the context, but just to sum it up, right now what you're about to see is after they had eaten the Mr. Pain hot sauce. Mr. Pain is like a 1 to 2 million Scoville hot sauce, so it's pretty fucking rough. The tagline is execute your taste buds, but it almost executed our friendship as well.
I'll get one more.
That wasn't even a lot of Mr. Pain. It's like Danny said, Mr. Pain just stops in for a second to say howdy, and then he's gone. Doesn't last long.
But at Little Tide City, I lost early in pools, and I was mega down bad. So Aaron took a couple of candid pictures of me, and somehow some body got tagged in the Twitter conversation. Mm-hmm. And I remember going into the DM of the Moist, esports chat and asking for your vouch.
That's right, he did do that. I needed to wingman him.
So I know you said LOL all under the case, and I was 2 weeks ago. I was like, nigga, I'm dropping Moist Esports. How did you feel after I typed that?
I didn't know how to vouch for you because it'd be weird to just type on Twitter yeah, this guy fucks. What am I supposed to say? There's no way I could wingman for you without coming across as some kind of weirdo. I would ruin your chances. I didn't realize how close Moist Esports was to losing one of its finest athletes, and it's entirely my fault. When he sent that message in the chat, I didn't know if he was serious or not, so I just hit him with a lol, which, looking back on it now, my god, what an asshole. I'm not a big texter. I don't really go on Discord. I don't really text much. I just don't really text in general. So I guess, for me, I just didn't think anything of it. But now looking back on it, I could totally see why receiving that would be like me spitting in your face and slapping you. How heartless. If I was reaching out to my wingman, come on, help me out here, and all he hit me with was a lol, I would be pissed. I would actually be super mad. And it just didn't even register with me. It really didn't. And I feel so fucking bad for it. I really do. Which is why I'm making a solemn vow to be a better wingman now. I'm going to turn this shit into a Darman video. YouTuber is a horrible wingman, regrets it, but then changes for the better. So from now on, I will be the ultimate fucking wingman. I'll vouch for anyone, anytime. I'll have a goddamn hotline set up like the Powerpuff Girls where they, my players can just call me ring the hotline. I'll pick it up. Charlie, we need you to vouch. I'm on it. He fucks. And you know who else fucks? Everyone who comes by my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical, I stream every day and you're guaranteed to get laid if you just stop in a few times. So I'm probably streaming right now as you're watching this video. I'll put a link in the description. But anyway, hopefully this is helpful to anyone out there that doesn't realize how important it is to be a good wingman, and more importantly, a good friend. You know, all of my wingmen when I was in college, they weren't great. Like, I was always disappointed with, like, how they'd wingman for me. It was always, like, counterintuitive. I felt like we were competing more so than we were helping each other. Because I remember one time, a buddy of mine and I were at the bar, and I was talking to a lady I was interested in. And my friend came over, and I was expecting a wingman. Like, hey, this guy's great. You should see him build Legos. He does it in record time. It's incredible. Have you seen his KD ratio on fucking Fortnite? You know, anything, really. But he comes over and he's like, oh, this guy, Charlie, he's great at drinking. Like, watch this. Let's do a chugging contest. And I used to be a pretty big drinker, and I was pretty good at chugging. But the guy who challenged me, my friend, is a man that can open his entire fucking throat like some kind of mutant and just immediately drink anything. Kind of like those viral videos you used to see where people would take a water bottle and stuff it together and they immediately be gone. He could do that. So he challenged me to this chugging contest and beat my ass in front of them. What he did is he came over and didn't wingman me. He established that he was the alpha in front of her, I guess was his thought process. I don't really know. But he's like the fastest hot dog shooter in the West, but without hot dogs. It made me so upset. Like, I didn't have good wingmen. And yet, I have now become what I once hated without noticing. So I think it was very important that Cola shared this story with me so that way I can improve for the better. And hopefully you all now understand just how important it is to just be there for your friends when they need it, really, goddammit. I still feel awful about it. But anyway, I just wanted to share this. That's about it. See ya. What happened? Did he get hit by a golf ball?
On roofs.
So it is.
Yeah, it must have hurt like a
We all know
bitch.
there's no golf ball after he parked his car.
I like
in
how
his
for the
driveway.
reenactment here, they're just throwing golf balls at his house too.
Oh, they've glued your head together.
Hey, do you mind if I break one of your
The ball
windows?
Came from a
Okay, cool.
remorseful serious safety concerns. And
You know, they're talking about
divided
death
the
really
peaceful
lightly with like
community.
a Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack in the background.
Blood is like flowing.
I hope while they're interviewing him, he catches another mean golf ball in the chin or something.
It's blood from
Just another rogue golf ball slams him.
Your own safety.
We're gonna have a professional golfer beam one at you and see if it helps. Oh my god, is that actually what they're
General
doing?
reckons he's collected over the danger claim to the test and hit 100 of our own and see what the outcome is.
Let's see if we can kill him this time.
We let rip.
See if we can finish the job. This is journalism, baby! The story's about a man who caught a golf ball to the skull and almost died, so their solution is to see if they can hit him with a golf
And
ball.
another 15 meters away from the tree-lined.
Ah, now we're in it.
Making cider, look. Here I am making cider. I'm making cider, look.
Is this John McAfee in
Making
disguise?
Cider.
You know, I've never seen cider being made.
Lovely cider. And
Damn, the Joker out here, alright. Is this an acting reel?
yeah, jacket down, and there's the juice running out of the hole.
When it's all said and done, he's making cider.
This is the fine cotton affair.
What the fuck
First
is that
hearing.
statue?
It's hard to
Two
explain
geese
just
fucking?
how big a scandal it was. John Gillespie, a small-time
Ooh.
crook with hundreds of convictions who was about to try and pull off something really big.
That's an intimidating
How
name.
much do you
John
regret now
Gillespie?
your involvement?
I regret ever
I wouldn't
running
need
into John Patrick
even need to meet
Gillespie.
that man to know he's
As an
evil.
individual, he's only a...
It was a lighter shade of
Why am I
brown,
looking at
known
horse
as
assholes?
Bay, but look,
Just keep going.
but off
So
they
what was
went
this
to
guy's
Brisbane's
involvement?
Eagle Farm race course.
Is he
with
one of the, like, the
real
semen
fine
collectors or
cotton
something?
Left waiting on the home, the only challenger was Harbour Gold. If fine
But luckily they had a
cotton's
sniper
young
on the
jockey
grassy
wielded
knoll
like
that took him
this
out.
Nowadays,
I can't believe that
bit of commotion
fucking
started.
boring ass
What was
sports
your
like
knowledge
this
of what
still
had
even
happened in the
fucking
paint
exist.
job?
It didn't look good.
Horse racing, baseball.
It made us want to give our neighbours a
What is that,
hug.
Weird Al?
It's okay, buddy.
It's about you.
He just needs love.
oh,
Tweak on his
your
nipples.
wings
Put your tongue in his mouth.
I can hear you.
Whoa, ACA's on the job.
To reclaim her
They're gonna walk in and put a bullet in their fucking head. That's the ACA, baby.
Scott, what have you got to say about
Oh,
the fact
God.
you're dating a 17-year-old
ACA's on the
girl?
case already.
Does the army know what you're doing, Scott?
Damn, ACA's nuts.
every level.
Oh my god. It actually says Coolsville. Bro, that's fucking awesome. Is that a real place in Australia, or did he just think that was cool? Missing man may have been baked into a pie. No. Damn it, I knew it. I told them from the get-go. I told them it was possible.
I believe that he's deceased.
You don't look like
It's sad that he's missing,
I'm too busy to do that.
but it's enjoyable to think about what could have happened with him being baked into a
Population
pie.
13.
Some fucking Hansel
and
and
an
Gretel
unlucky
shit.
number for one resident. Do you think he's met foul play?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incredible how a current affair has this uncanny ability to turn even a serious story like murder into a comedic segment.
Thanks, Barney.
Without a trace.
Maybe he baked
in
himself
one of the
into
more
a pie.
remote parts of our country.
Oh, the cake's still frozen.
Yeah, I
Fran
think
believes
this
the
no bullshit woman's up to no good.
They get everything here, don't they? Yeah.
Like that episode of Teen
Has
Titans
left
where they
this
turn the
amiable
Titans into
tea
candy
house
and she
host.
tries to eat
Get a
them.
lovely Harry.
Right, it's a camel pie.
Oh, I don't know about that. It sounds like a patty pie.
And Fran doesn't take no for an answer.
Oh god, the reporter's gonna eat a dead man.
Camel potato pie.
Larimer.
Oh, the
What
cannibalism.
part of the camel is it?
Everybody has a right to go home and go to bed at night and be safe.
Everyone in this village here looks
Believe
haunted.
in
Like
a tiny
spirits
place
that
like
never
this,
passed
it would
on.
just naturally happen.
I head
I don't
back to
trust any one of them. They're all
Fran's
suspects
and
to
work
me.
off my camel pie and
You could make the meanest glory hole in that thing, though.
Because I've got no idea of, what sense of time is, because there's no sunlight to tell me.
He can't live like that.
You don't have a phone?
What's happening here right now?
How are you gonna play the new Diablo game?
Keith believes there's still been a planning failure.
I've never seen anything like that in Australia, and it just doesn't make sense, and I think a lot of people are at fault here.
Bro, people would kill for that view. Are you kidding me? Gamers? Bro, sunlight's the enemy. That is a great gaming dungeon. Is that Hugh Grant?
aren't as extreme as those from a scene in the much
Man,
loved
if there's any 60-year-old women in the chat, you probably just got super wet seeing him.
lunchtime muster.
This just looks like a standard working environment. These prisoners have it better than Amazon workers. Holy shit.
Welcome to the future of prison life in maximum security.
People live like that by choice. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so
Damn, that could be like a speedrun strat if you're trying to like live life by paying as little money as possible and still being happy. Get locked up in this jail. Get fucking Netflix in your cubicle.
Far too fancy.
Yeah, are you sure these are inmates and not summer campers?
But it's actually...
TV, prison shopping and banking, to checking their next
Do they have Crunchyroll on there for some anime?
is a prisoner's gate, the most intense surveillance of
So,
any prison
you can watch me watch anime? I don't give a fuck.
from hundreds of
Off to work until about
He's in casual clothing and sunglasses.
we're back for lunch.
This
for about an
inmate
hour,
dresses better than I do.
Education.
He probably ordered it from his cubicle.
I'm so close and exposed to other criminals.
No, the most stress I ever get is when I run out of anime and have to wait a week.
The perfect club sandwich.
What the fuck?
The presentation is everything, so make sure you push those olives down.
Is this like a Gordon Ramsay kitchen? That food looked delicious. That is wild. That is the quality of living in those prisoners is higher than a lot of people. Like free people. That was nuts. If that's the future of jails, you're going to be seeing an influx of prisoners pretty soon, I imagine. Drug addict's son kept in a cage by mother. He's probably not even a drug addict. He probably just got vaccinated and she went nuts.
But don't you lock your children at night?
I guess we do in a way. We all
Because
keep
we
them
try
secure.
to keep them safe.
Daphne admits
That
watching
was
her son
profound.
detox was the toughest thing she's
That was like
ever
some
done.
Kojima writing. I'm fragile, but I'm not that fragile. I like ice, but I don't like meth.
Is it the right thing?
One Punch Thug deported. What, Saitama got deported in Australia or something? What is this about?
When Caleb Murray to custody for a one-way ticket back to New Zealand.
What is that, like a 10-minute drive?
Escaping jail after this sickening coward punch on a stranger, Caleb Mariku can barely contain his joy outside court.
Say hi.
If we
No bigger pussy in the world than the man who throws a sucker
those
punch.
people having left.
So you've nothing to say to your victim as you're being deported?
Hey, cool chin strap.
Many of the
Get in the car with him,
Quite as happy as you
ACA.
did when you walked out of jail.
Ride
out of court the
shotgun.
other day, mate.
what happened? They want to.
Job recruiter accidentally leaves a shocking voicemail. All of these stories are fantastic. Man discovers he's powering neighbor's weed operation. Damn it, it's hard to choose, ACA. Why must your content be so good?
Street, they turned up to,
ACA knocked down the
200
house and
Marion
blamed the
Street.
company for
Or
the
so
story.
The numbers on the letterbox said. So the lads went to work. They fired
Like
up
fucking
the 10-ton
Mysterio
digger
from
and
Spider-Man just
torpedoed
framing
through the front
crimes
of the home.
to
It
look like
folded
heroes.
a house of
I know I've made a lot of videos recently clowning on driving streamers who are addicted to streaming while behind the wheel of a vehicle and hardly paying attention to the road, jeopardizing everyone's safety out there, and in a lot of cases, crashing. Recently, there was even a TikTok streamer who is now facing charges after killing a man while doing a TikTok driving stream.
It was weird, like, so...
Who was
that?
You okay? Oh, what was that?
This is Tynesha Roten. As you can see, she was too preoccupied with her stream talking there. Maybe too many roses and galaxies capturing her attention, wasn't looking at the road, and struck and killed a pedestrian at an intersection. His name was Darren Lucas. This kind of shit gets my blood boiling, which is why I've been yapping about it so much recently, because it's only becoming more and more common. It's been normalized to just stream in cars now for a lot of people, and it's just incredibly dangerous and can lead to situations like that. In many of these cases, the streamer is too focused on their chat, interacting with them, jingling keys, doing the song and dance to keep the chat engaged, and they're just focused there, not on the road. So at that point, they're no longer even operating a vehicle, they're riding a fucking missile, which is why we've been seeing so many videos of them crashing, causing accidents, or in that case, killing people.
What is this guy doing? Wait, what? What are the ones for? Oh shit. Well, I just crashed my fucking car. Damn it, bro. Oh well.
Shucks. Oh well. Is what it is. That was unavoidable. That parked car came out of nowhere. He had no time to react to that at all. Not even at fault, honestly. That was really on that vehicle there. I mean, shame on them for parking, right? They should have known that a streamer would be coming through, just fucking blankly staring at their phone screen, reading chat like a fucking zombie out there. How could they not have predicted that? This clip is from yesterday, and we are seeing tons of clips like this all the time now, because streaming while driving has become very popular. Now, in this case, this streamer was clearly reading his chat. Moments before hitting that parked car, he even said, "What are the ones for?" indicating that he is looking at chat, not the road. He made no effort to turn away from the parked car despite ample opportunity to do so. It was like the most easily avoidable collision if he even glanced up from his phone for even a split second. Fucking SpongeBob SquarePants is more alert than this guy. Like, this is unbelievable just how long he zones out from what he is doing behind the wheel of this car. Imagine if that guy who crossed had went left instead. This dude would have flattened him like a fucking pancake. You wouldn't have even seen him. He would have just ran over him. And there's no cope or excuse because you can see all of it unfold before your very peepers here. He was just talking to chat. He makes that turn and is immediately lined up with the parked car and makes no adjustments. So he was still reading chat clearly. Either that or he's drunk. Either that or he fell asleep. Either that or he fucking blacked out there or something, his brain blue screened. And get this, Goofy is trying to say he wasn't distracted by his phone, his attention was on the pedestrian moving unpredictably in the roadway, so he was trying to avoid hitting them. Moving unpredictably in the roadway? Brother, he's going through the crosswalk. The clearly labeled crosswalk there. Like, what are you yapping about? It's... what? Let's just play ball with this for a second. Let's say he was doing zigzags like he was trying to avoid an alligator. He was serpentining through the roadway. What do you mean that your eyes were on him to avoid hitting him? You crashed into a parked car. So what did you do? Like, turn your head fully around like a fucking owl trying to track this guy? What? This doesn't make any sense.
Alright, let's find a call before, time is it? 4:20. Right on time. No, what is this guy doing?
This is the longer clip that makes it even more clear this guy wasn't moving unpredictably through the road or anything. And in this longer clip, it actually sounds like he's fiddling with something in the passenger seat, trying to get something out, and then making a reference to 420. So some people were speculating maybe he wasn't just like, you know, fucking laser focused on his phone. Instead, he was too preoccupied trying to light up or something. I still believe he was still looking at his phone, preoccupied with chat, since he was addressing them right before crashing into the parked car. His excuse is beyond dog shit, and it shouldn't fool a single soul on this planet. You would actually have to be a lobotomized idiot to believe that for even a split second, that the reason he crashed into a parked car is because he was trying to avoid hitting a pedestrian on the sidewalk. So he thought he was moving unpredictably on the road, and in order to avoid hitting them, decided to idly drive into a parked car. Yeah, that really passes the smell test, huh? Let's say for a second though, let's play ball with this, because this is just so ridiculous, it's outlandish. Let's say he was moving unpredictably in the road. What was your strategy to avoid hitting him? Like not looking at the road, trying to look everywhere else besides the road? That would make you more likely to hit somebody that's moving unpredictably, by the way. So nothing about this makes any sense from his side of things with his explanation. It's clear what happened. He was distracted. He's streaming while driving. He was distracted by chat, or potentially distracted by whatever he was getting out in the passenger seat. I'm inclined to believe that much like all the other fucking driving streamer losers that keep crashing their cars every other day, he was distracted by reading and interacting with chat and not paying attention to the road, and as such turned his vehicle into a weapon, hitting a parked car. That's what I think is pretty evident here from this clip. Now, what I want to also mention that adds just a cherry on top of this streamer earlier in that stream had made a citizen's arrest on a hit-and-run suspect.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Stand to rest! Now! Get on the ground! Lay on the ground now! Lay on the ground!
Got you!
Don't you move! I will tase you!
You better stay still, bro.
You better stay still, I'll fucking tase you! You're gonna get jolted, I swear to God! I'm gonna tase you, you're gonna have a heart attack! Hands up now!
So he went from performing a citizen's arrest on a hit-and-run suspect directly into crashing his vehicle due to distracted driving. What a true combo. What an adventure that is. Now, I know this has been said by a lot of people, but I'm also very surprised streaming platforms haven't just made a blanket ban on driving streams across the board. Just full stop, period. Because this shit happens all the time. There are clips just like this all the time. And we just saw, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, a TikTok driving stream lead to the death of a pedestrian. Like, I am just really shocked that is still just an allowed piece of content to stream while driving. It is dangerous. Adding a distraction like chat while you are driving on the road trying to entertain as opposed to trying to safely arrive at your destination, it's a recipe for disaster, as we are seeing time and time and time again here. So I am surprised that it isn't something that is just immediately frowned upon on these platforms. But yeah, anyway, that's really about it. So yeah. A Reddit moderator just made a video directly speaking to and tugging on the heartstrings of the CEO of Reddit. He's making a big call to action after he had been stripped of his position as top mod on r/livestream fail. I'm kind of at a loss for words here. I can't believe what I just watched was genuine and not a skit. But this seems authentic. What you picture in your head when you hear the term Reddit mod is exactly what you are about to see unfold in the flesh. The reason this mod just lost his position is because he was promoting a scam on the subreddit that he was the top mod for, Livestream Fail. I made 2 videos covering this. It was the $1 Million Fan Show, which was paraded around as a $20 million reality television show for streamers' fans to sign up and even paid entry into it to compete for, $20 million prize purse. Turns out the whole thing was a load of baloney. As it appears, everything has been wiped off the face of the planet. So some viewers paid money for actually nothing. They flushed it down the shitter, and agencies that brought this to streamers were left embarrassed. Most notably, Mythic Talent was the one that was named by some of the streamers as their agency that took them this deal, where seemingly no due diligence was done on behalf of Mythic to confirm whether or not this was even legitimate in the first place as a paid promotion. It was supposed to be an Amazon production, but clearly it was not an Amazon production, and it took 2 seconds of going to the website to deduce that this was fraudulent, but they took this deal before the website even existed. It's a whole mess. I've already covered all this, but Livestream Fail gets roped in because there was this inexplicable partnership that no one fully understood, where $1 Million Fan was in bed with Livestream Fail, and the top mod of Livestream Fail made a post on the subreddit pinning it to try and get more suckers into it. And now this is his response after being fundamentally fired from his free position of Reddit janitor.
Hello, Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit. I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. If not, I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform.
Oh my god. This is Reddit's Manhattan Project right now. The moderators are rising up against the CEO of Reddit. I'm actually at a loss for words. This couldn't be a more lame start to this video. The topic he's about to cover is how he believes Reddit mods don't have enough, elbow grease from the Reddit upper echelon, like Spez here, the CEO. He believes they should be entitled to, like, brand deals, talent managers, lawyers, and stuff, so that way they can better be utilized as Reddit moderators. I'm not even kidding, by the way. I'm not exaggerating. Like, these are points he was making in this video, and that's what he's talking about with deadly seriousness here. He talks about Reddit moderators like they're fucking G.I. Joe commandos. Man, please come back to reality. Like, I don't want anyone to harass this guy, so I'm not going to be, like, showing you his channel or anything like that, because, honestly, I kind of feel bad for him that he's put so much weight on his personal life into this position, which is just a thankless job. And it's not really a job, at least it should never be considered a job, because all he is doing is moderating a fucking subreddit as a volunteer janitor. I really thought this was a skit, and I'm still, a small part of me, on the copium here, is hoping that this is, like, satirical and not real, but I don't know, it feels genuine.
I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was recently removed from that position by the Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously. Least of all, its moderators or the company.
That's not really a good look to say the sole reason you pursued this path of heroism as a Reddit moderator is because you believed that it held so much power. So you're basically just saying that you were power hungry and wanted to take this spot so that way you could feel powerful. He believes that Reddit communities and specifically Reddit moderators hold a strong level of sway and power, and that's why he became one himself. That, I don't think, is a good look, man. It's not even coming from, like, a place of passion or something for communities. He is literally saying he did it because he wanted to be strong. Come on! I understand that Reddit communities, like Reddit as a whole, is a platform that does hold, like, legitimate influence over, like, conversations and topics and stuff like that. So by extension, moderators have a lot of ability to control narratives by hiding things or boosting things, and that is something that I've talked about in the past and a lot of people have made mentions of many times. It's been a pretty big yapping point for a while. This is the quintessential Reddit mod mentality. The stereotype that exists of power-tripping Reddit mods? He is, in the first minute of this video, confirming that is exactly what drives him, is power. Like, this small modicum of power that he was bestowed for the Livestream Fail subreddit And it's the level of self-importance is sickening.
In this video, I will go over why I believe this, and I will also talk about a code of conduct moderation action that was taken against me due to good faith mistakes that I believe were caused by a clear lack of direct material support that the company gives its moderators. I will end the video by talking about what you, Spez, can do to fix this problem, as well as what I and other communities can do in case Reddit does not solve this very serious mismanagement problem regarding the lack of support that is given to moderators.
So here's the spoiler alert. He is going to be playing a sad song on the world's smallest violin about how he's been removed now as top mod of Livestream Fail because he was promoting a scam through that subreddit, which did ultimately result in people losing money. There were actual victims of this scam, so he has been removed of his position at the top of the food chain on Livestream Fail, and he is now putting a decent chunk of that blame on Reddit itself for not giving him the tools to avoid this from happening. Like at a certain point, there's like a brief moment of self-awareness, like this lightning bolt of self-awareness where he's like, yeah, it was a little fishy. But then he like immediately pushes it onto Reddit like, but if Reddit had given me access to brand deals and lawyers, this probably wouldn't have happened. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a Reddit mod. Why would Reddit be giving you access to lawyers and brand deals and shit? That doesn't make sense.
First, I will go over the code of conduct action and why I was removed as the top moderator of r/livestreamfail. This sounds like stupid internet drama, I know, but I'm going to talk about how this is a very clear example about how Reddit's mistakes causes very serious problems to Reddit's community and the company as a whole.
It was your mistake, buddy. Fucking Spez wasn't behind you massaging your shoulders as you signed the deal with $1 Million Fan Show, which turned out to be a scam. He wasn't like the Sith Lord projecting into you, trying to convince you to go to the dark side to, sell out Livestream Fail to get more people hooked on $1 Million Fan Show. It was not the CEO of Reddit that forced you to do that, and even if you did have access to lawyers and other brand deals, it wouldn't have prevented something like this from happening. You made the choice.
Here's what happened. There was an announcement related to a live stream related game show called $1 Million Fan. I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for a live stream fail. I mean, reality TV, game show, live streaming, gaming, that's perfect for LSF, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers.
If that isn't the stinkiest load of horseradish I've ever heard with that description of LSF. Do you go on your own subreddit? Have you ever been on your own subreddit? That's not what it is. That's not what you just described at all. That is the most blatant misrepresentation of that subreddit I've ever heard anyone try to squeak out. If this was Pinocchio, his nose would have just went fucking Wumbo Insano style with that lie right there. Anyone who has ever visited LSF in the last 7 years will tell you it is not a subreddit for crazy, wacky clips of gaming and, stream fails or anything like that. I don't know why he's even trying that angle. Everyone knows that's not what that subreddit is.
So when I heard about this, I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration. This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit. No, financial incentives, no moderators being paid, basically none of anything like that, just fun, cool stuff for the community in the subreddit. For collaborations, the first obvious thing that came to mind was, how do we get their content on the subreddit? Either some superfans or some editors could clip some cool hype moment from the show and then post it to the subreddit.
What? That's what happens already organically on every other stream. Why would this, a potential $20 million reality TV show, be any different? Obviously, things would already be being clipped and posted on the LSF subreddit. Why would you be reaching out about a collaboration to ensure that happens when you know for a fact it already would if this fucking show ever actually existed in the first place? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Trying to be extremely charitable here, maybe he was under the impression that this would be exclusive to Amazon Prime, thus they wouldn't have the rights to post it on LSF. But on the flip side of that coin, he said he heard about this from streamers, thus he would have known that it was going to be streamed on Twitch in the first place, thus it would still be clippable for LSF. Like that's just business as usual. I don't know why he would reach out about a collaboration to do what was already no doubt going to be done already. It just, that doesn't pass the smell test. I don't understand.
But I also had a stretch goal, and that was, what if LSF could be part of the show in some way? I don't know, there could be like a LSF-themed best clip contest. Like, contestants compete in one of the kind of small challenges, they make the best clip, and then somebody kind of wins a prize at the end. It was a stretch goal, though.
Why, though? LSF best clip is just the best clip from the event. Why does LSF's name need to be attached to it? This guy is treating Livestream Fail like it's his personal brand. Like this is his baby, this is his product. So all the clips that hit LSF are actually top mods clips as well. I just don't even get this stretch goal here. I think he just wanted LSF's name out there more because it gives him more power in some capacity, because this is totally useless. Again, whatever would win best clip would just be someone else's content. There doesn't necessitate a Livestream Fails shout out there for some reason. Like, even if they were the ones that were like hosting votes on what the best clip is, who gives a fuck? That could have been anything and any one where people, like the actual communities, would vote on it, not just his subreddit. Anyway, though, he goes on to explain that they accepted this proposal. He was super hype about it because it meant this was a big moment for the subreddit, and he even made a mention that he believed he could turn this into even more opportunities for the subreddit going further, snowballing it into even more LSF prominence.
So we quickly worked to make an announcement together, and I posted it the next day. When I posted it, everybody in the comment section immediately yelled, scam, 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 scam. I mean, think about it. Amazon Prime has spent lots of money on tons of shows. And, I didn't necessarily think that the show was worth $20 million, but, that doesn't mean that Amazon Prime wouldn't fund it. And, if LSF was involved, maybe it would actually succeed. Maybe my involvement alone could make the $20 million kind of investment worth it. Who knows? At least that's what I thought.
It sounds like you weren't thinking at all, though. Why would Amazon be spending $20 million on like 8 streamers and their fans on Twitch and only a $5 million grand prize for Mr. fucking Beast? What sense does that make, man? That isn't really checking out either. Also, he's making kind of like a joke about, maybe my involvement alone would make it worth the investment. But that's how he actually feels, by the way. Like, that's his tone throughout this whole video. He truly believes that he is like God's gift to streaming because he was the top mod of Livestream Fail. Like, it is a very, like, scary mentality to have, and I do genuinely feel bad for him that he has, like, poisoned his own brain to this level, deluded himself into thinking that him being a top mod on a subreddit was, like, something of significance and, like, something of, like, grand importance.
I'm a highly paid software engineer working in San Francisco. I do not need to take a couple $1,000 bribes from, random internet scams, okay? I was doing this because I legitimately, care about the subreddit, and that's why I spend my time on it.
So he debunks rumors that he was paid to promote $1 Million Show from the organizers, saying that he doesn't need to be taking bribes, he's financially well off. He then goes on to say that he was addressing like some of the deleted comments because that was a specific mention in why Reddit canned him, because it potentially showed malice because he was involved in this promotion that ended up being a scam. And so he wanted to address like the deleted comments. He then has a section dedicated to me where I talked about the scam, and then the organizers were talking to him like, well, since Charlie talked about the scam, 5 streamers dropped out, so we're no longer doing this anymore. Pack your bags, take down the post. And then he says I didn't do enough research on it because I didn't reach out to him or the organizers.
But beyond that, it doesn't seem like he did much research. I don't think that he reached out to any of the organizers. He certainly didn't reach out to me. And I don't know if he reached out to Mythic Talent or any of the streamers. And that important point is that nothing in this situation has yet to be definitively proven as a scam. I repeat, there is no definitive, at least public information yet, that anything fraudulent, malicious, or illegal has happened in the situation.
Brother, your level of research was cold calling the organization dick in hand, begging to be associated with them, and then that was the extent of it, because apparently you heard one of the streamers promote it. And yet he's going to be causing a hubbub because I didn't reach out to him for his perspective. Brother, I didn't even really talk about you in my video, just that you were associated with this shit, roped into the same scam that they were. And for what it's worth, if you watch the video, you would know I did get in contact with 2 agencies, one of which got the exact same contracts that Mythic did, and got information on that, as well as getting one of the actual offers that Mythic was taking to the streamers. So I was very well familiarized with everything that was unfolding behind the scenes. And again, it doesn't take a super sleuth to go to their website and see that it's just fucking barnacles, man. One of their partners didn't even exist. There was no website and no business. Their about section was AI generated mumbo jumbo. Every single paragraph ended in triplets and also had the telltale sign of it's not this, it's this, over and over and over again. Their first image on their site was literally an AI generated mansion, and he mentions that in this video, but then goes on to say shamelessly that there's no definitive proof that this was ever a scam in the first place. That's a wild statement. Why don't you ask the people who spent money on this how they feel? Do they feel like they got their money's worth? Did they get the product they paid for? I imagine not, because this event is not even potentially in the cards and doesn't seem like it ever was to begin with, man. Their socials are removed. The website is down. Amazon hasn't made a peep about it. From what I've heard, the agencies are pissed about this. All signs point to this being a scam. Like, any sane, sensible person would look at all of this evidence and reach the same conclusion that this was horseradish. I don't know why he's trying to present something otherwise now.
The only confirmed things that we have right now is that I guess there was a website, looked a little weird, there was some bad publicity, everybody called it a scam, and then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got canceled, and everybody got refunded. None of this is illegal. None of this is proved to be a scam, at least yet. Maybe I'll eat these words.
Brother, you're eating your own cock right now. What are you talking about? And then everyone clapped. Like, this is just fanfic. Where are you getting this information? There was an explicit no refund policy on their website baked into it. It was very boldly stated there are no refunds once you make these purchases. Who got a refund? I haven't seen anyone, posting receipts of getting a refund from the money they spent on this. Where are you getting that information from? That's a genuine question. Maybe he's seeing things that I'm not seeing somewhere. Because I even looked into it after he made this video, wondering like, whoa, they refunded? That's pretty surprising. I can't find any proof of that. I would love to see where he found that.
It's really not a secret or very surprising. I got removed directly for the post that I pinned to the top of the subreddit related to the game show or supposed and alleged scam, as well as kind of for deleting comments that were kind of critical of it. I also want to make a comment about kind of the Reddit Code of Conduct team as a whole. Reddit has all this flowery language about how kind of the Code of Conduct team is not here to punish you. It's kind of here to get you to act in good faith. It's here to kind of give you second chances and warnings and all of this stuff. And apparently all of that are lies.
No, man, this feels like the perfect implementation of that protocol. You pinned what seems to be, from all possible evidence, a scam. I don't know why he is trying so desperately to persuade to the contrary. Maybe it's because he believes that if he can try and prove that he really believes that it's not fraudulent, he can get his position back as top mod of LSF. I don't know. Or maybe getting really conspiratorial, maybe he worked with the organizers in a deeper capacity than he's letting on. But that's just a possible game theory. It's just extremely peculiar how hard he is fighting to try and convince himself and others that maybe this wasn't a scam, when all available evidence points towards this being fraudulent. And if this video is him trying to make a case for himself why he should be reinstated and get that power coursing through his veins again as a moderator on Reddit, then this is a terrible job. Because what he is doing now is showing that he is willing to even defend what seems to be, by all possible accounts, a scam that he was directly associated with, maybe unknowingly, and now he is doubling down on it. That is a terrible look, and that makes you look like an unhinged moderator who, even when proven to be incorrect, will not see that, will not take the accountability there. And now he's getting mad at the Code of Conduct team for enforcing their rules. He deleted comments that were critical of his decision to promote this sketchy game show, and promoted a sketchy game show that resulted in people spending money on something that didn't exist, doesn't exist. So I feel like it's a pretty justified termination of his moderator status.
Now, here's the most important part of the video, Spez. This is a direct message to you and only you. I want to talk about how this whole situation is a direct result of the lack of support that Reddit, the company, gives to its moderators. Yeah, I did the partnership. Yeah, I didn't look into this as much as I should, and I trusted kind of agencies and live streamers when I should not have. And I did delete comments, which I thought would have been borderline defamatory if the situation wasn't, I guess, a scam, even though it technically hasn't been proven to be a scam yet. But despite all of that, there is still massive kind of like problems at Reddit, the company, due to the lack of support that caused this.
Now, this message may have been only for Spez, but I've intercepted the broadcast here. Now, I've put my ear into it, and I'm taking a listen, and what I'm hearing is fucking wild. He almost gets into a level of accountability where he's like, yeah, I did the partnership. Yeah, I didn't look into it. I didn't do any research on it. And then he immediately falls back into, but it hasn't really been fully proven to be a scam. And also, it's actually, in a large part, Reddit's fault that this happened in the first place because I wasn't given enough tools at my disposal to avoid making stupid decisions.
Reddit moderators have power. They have influence. If you are one of the people who is joking about, like, internet janitor duties or whatever, I'm sorry to tell you, it's funny jokes, but you are wrong. Reddit moderation does matter. Reddit moderators have control over millions of impressions per day, and nobody seems to notice or care. Let's just talk about LSF. Think of all the streamer careers that have been created because of LSF. Think about the even larger number of streamer careers that have been destroyed because of LSF, because some clip went viral about, like, something bad that they did.
He made you, and he can tear you down as well. This is top mod LSF. It giveth and it taketh. And he also said doodities, which actually had me giggling. I don't know why he said doodities, but that was fucking hype. Anyway, this is now his spiel about why Reddit moderators are extremely powerful dragon level, adversaries and should be taken seriously, and no one seems to notice. It's not that nobody notices, it's that nobody's happy about it. There shouldn't be people like this that can just power trip and control a conversation and control what people are able to opine on or not, like with deleted comments or deleted posts and stuff like that, where they can hide certain things or boost certain things. That's a bad thing. Everyone knows that it exists, and everyone knows that there is actual power in that. I don't think anyone actually disputes that.
I have had major live streamers who are effectively celebrities come to me and beg to kind of remove, negative posts about them. An even crazier story is the time when some Twitch employees found me in person and borderline begged me to make sure LSF is not used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company Twitch, partially because at the time, LSF was indeed being used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company Twitch. Deservedly so, by the way.
That's right, you better bow down. Every Twitch employee, when he walked through the door at TwitchCon, got on their hands and knees, instantly groveling at his feet, begging, pleading with him to stop the attack on Twitch, the multi-billion-dollar organization. Dan Clancy came in and sucked his wiener, I heard, in order to try and appease him so that he would stop using LSF to destroy the multi-billion-dollar corporation that is Twitch. Like, come on, man. Like, look at how you're talking about this. This is exactly why you shouldn't have a position as a top moderator of a subreddit. Like this, you are demonstrating the caricature of a Reddit moderator right now.
Or even just take this literal circumstance. Imagine the whole kind of operation was legit. Well, guess what? One single post on LSF caused all of the streamers to drop out and destroyed a $20 million opportunity. Sorry, Mythic. My bad. Or imagine it was, a scam through and through. Well, guess what? We were the ones to expose it and destroy it before it had the chance to cause any real harm. I mean, everybody got refunded after all. Guess things ended up okay.
Why do you keep saying that? Where are you finding that information about everyone getting refunded? Are the organizers telling you that? Like, I really don't know where you're seeing that. But again, man, yes, it is a big subreddit, which means things like this information about a $20 million potential scam will have naturally blossomed there. as it would anywhere else on like a big Twitter community or a different subreddit. LSF just happens to be the biggest one. It has nothing to do with you. This is just natural when there is a big community. This would happen on another platform or another subreddit. It is not your achievement for creating the LSF ecosystem that shares clips about a potential scam. And in fact, you could even make an argument that you have actually been a hindrance in some cases in the past with certain things that weren't allowed to blossom there. Like, this is... I don't even understand the point he's making. People know that big subreddits or big Twitter communities or whatever do have a lot of influence. But that happens with or without this guy as the top moderator of the subreddit. That is just the result of a ton of people all in a similar space, in a similar vertical, that are sharing things back and forth. Like, his point is one that everybody knows.
I was one of your most passionate users. I was in the Reddit partnership program from the start. I took advantage of every opportunity that I could. I had meetings with kind of the Reddit community managers. I begged them for help and kind of partnership opportunities at every chance that I could. And I was blown off every single time.
You already said at the beginning of the video that the sole reason you pursued this moderator status is because of the power that it afforded. I don't know why he's now trying to say that he's just so passionate. And even in this section here, he's talking about how he was trying to utilize every possible advantage to like get like brand deals and stuff, man. That's self-enrichment through this position. This doesn't really seem like it's coming from a place of a guy who's trying to like better communities or improve subreddits or make things better for others. This feels like you were chasing power and trying to use it to continue to climb that Reddit ladder, whatever that may be.
I was one of the only moderators out there who tried to grow my community, who had any ambition, who tried to work with the company or help other subreddits or help the company that a whole, and it didn't matter. I failed, and it failed because of how mismanaged and how little support Reddit, the company, gives to moderators. None of this would have happened if I had gotten support from Reddit. Do you think that I want to be the guy, like, going out, like, messaging random people in Discords and LinkedIn's and trying to figure out kind of these partnerships? I don't.
Then don't fucking do it, buddy! Chalamet! I'm gonna drop an Adam Sandler impression on you here. You are a moderator in a subreddit. Why are you chasing down brand partnerships and collaborations, buddy? The whole point of subreddits is just for a community to come together and talk about certain things, share certain things. And your job as a moderator, and I use job very loosey-goosey because it should never be misconstrued as a job. It's supposed to be filled by very passionate fans of similar mind in the same space that would then just enforce like certain rules about like, you know, making sure someone doesn't get like doxxed or something sensitive being shared like that. Like that is supposed to be all it is. Why are you trying to even find partnerships and deals like that? That doesn't seem, in my eyes, to ever benefit the community. It only feels like it would benefit the mods that are chasing it down. You like to use examples, so I'll use one for you. Let's say you chased down this partnership with $1 Million Fan Show, and it wasn't going super well, and the organizers and you, well, you like to exchange back and forth, and they're like, look, we really need a favor here. Can you only post some of the positive stuff from $1 Million Fan Show and get rid of like the pesky, you know, maybe clips that are negative about it? That would really help us. And let's say you object to that and they're like, okay, well then we're not going to work with you in an official capacity anymore if you don't do this. You see the conflict that this creates? It leads to, I can't believe I'm going to use this word when talking about fucking subreddits and mods, but it leads to very blatant corruption, where you are now in bed with some of these organizations or someone that could benefit from you gamifying your subreddit to cater it more towards them. Maybe it wasn't financial in this case, maybe you weren't paid for it, but extend this thought process to another type of subreddit where maybe there is someone paying for it. Like, let's say I'm a music artist and I want to be featured on like the r/rock hard rock subreddit, and I want to make sure my single gets out there, so I reach out to a mod and like, hey, look, I'll pay you some money if you can try and like boost this up a little bit. And this is something that I've read reports of happening in the past, and I think you would agree that that's a problem, right? Now imagine if those mods are also chasing down other artists like, hey, I see your Spotify streams are a little low, if you toss us a little money here, we can use our subreddit and the influence of it to try and boost it up a little bit higher. That's not a good thing.
If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had lawyers that were helping me, like reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements, none of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened. Reddit needs to be professionalized, and it starts with the mods. This is going to be controversial, but the people who are running your multi-billion-dollar website are unqualified nobodies like me. That doesn't mean it's my fault or their fault. It's your fault, Spez.
Damn, what a mic drop. Brother, there are no qualifications to be a Reddit mod. That is a position that the community is supposed to, like, decide upon, like, hey, here's our rules, and here's who we would like to enforce them, and that's it. It should never be this deep. I just don't understand why he can't grasp, and maybe he can, and he's just pretending not to, the concept that if you have mods that are financially incentivized to work with brands in collaboration with them, to use the community for their collaborators' purpose, you now have a very disingenuous subreddit that is very easily influenced based on who is paying for it. That should be a very clear conflict, a very obvious issue. It should be pretty obvious why Reddit wouldn't want to invest in a suite of resources like lawyers and brand ambassadors for Reddit mods to look over contracts and shit for Reddit mods securing deals to sell out their subreddit. That's not a good thing.
That means access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So an access to a bounty board or ad deals or lawyers or event organizers or professionals or anything that actually matters.
To you, personally, actually matters to just you. The guy who is benefiting from the ad deals and brand partnerships and shit. That does nothing for the community you are supposed to be moderating for, brother. What are you not understanding there? Like, he is only arguing to help himself under the guise of it being to grow his subreddit. It only grows you, man.
To summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence. I mean, if not for the world, at least over your $50 billion company, maybe if you gave them actual support, it could go from 50 billion to 100 billion. I mean, it certainly deserves to be that high up for how much traffic Reddit gets.
Yes, a high-level financial growth strategy here. The way to double your company is by spending resources to connect your subreddit moderators with talent managers that will chase down brand deals for them. So that way they can feel like a celebrity and I guess cash in on their mod status. Yeah, I'm really seeing the line now. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together nicely. I get it.
True to the community, Spez and Reddit, they're almost certainly not going to fix any of this. All of this is up to us to solve.
He then tries to address the community about, like, this problem, and I really don't even understand the problem he's trying to portray here, because all he keeps hammering home is that he is a top moderator, wasn't given enough resources like lawyers, and he wasn't treated like a celebrity enough, and he didn't have the ability to chase down brand deals, which led to him making a poor decision here with the $1 million fan show. How is that a problem that the community, like, would rally behind? Man, you just shouldn't have done it in the first place. Reddit shouldn't be a platform where mods are selling out big communities for the sake of brand deals. I don't see a whole lot of community support coming for that kind of message. He keeps presenting it as a problem, but actually I think this video demonstrates exactly why Reddit made the right call removing him from his position. Like, I don't know how he's not seeing that.
To solve all of the problems that I have laid out, we will create tools and resources so good, so useful, that everybody will have to work with us. Think talent agency, but for subreddits. You have the big ideas, you have the vision, you have the crazy cool things that you want to do, and we handle the logistics. Materially, that means connections to major companies, partnerships, doing AMAs, running events, doing mod recruitment, cross-collaboration with other relevant subreddits, that kind of stuff.
He then pitches his new thing here, which a talent agency for subreddit mods. I guess. I don't want to get into it. I've been yapping about this for so long. It's just, this video blew my mind that he would actually post something like this. Again, I do actually feel bad for him because this is clearly a position that meant a lot to him. And I'm wishing him the best going forward now without his, sheriff badge of LSF. But I do not think a talent agency for mods is the right path. But, I'm not his dad. He can do what he wants. It's just, this was a mind-boggling adventure watching this one. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. You know what they say, you can't spell druid without DUI, and you're about to see the mythical Coors Light druid in full action here as she gets her 5th DUI, this time with her child in the car.
So how'd you end up in the ditch here?
Actually, I just found here and I just...
Okay.
I didn't end up a ditch.
Well, I'm sorry. You're in the grass line here. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Her reaction to that question of why she's in the ditch is perplexing, to say the least. Her eyes get so wide, I thought they were going to pop out of her skull. She's making the same face Tobey Maguire made in Spider-Man 2 when he realized everyone on the train just saw him without his mask on.
Can I just get your driver's license so I know who I'm talking to?
No, I actually don't have it with me. I'm so sorry.
So I know who I'm talking to.
I promise you. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I promise you.
I hear ya.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright, how do you spell your last name?
The whole time the officer's speaking to her, she's doing some wacky, odd motions with her face, like the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's. It seems like she's struggling to keep her eyes open and, focus on what's happening here. She's emoting the same way the NPCs in Fallout 4 do.
When I knocked on the window, she woke up and I said, "Are you okay?" Because I thought maybe she hit her head or something.
She's slurring her speech. I got an odor or something in there. I don't know whether it's necessarily alcohol. Her pupils are huge.
Contacts here. Hi, you roll it all the way down. What's your name?
All I could see is a little boy, and I was like, well...
And she was completely passed out?
She was tipped over on the steering wheel.
So the lore breakdown is, she works nearby, was taking the trash out and saw this vehicle here and went up to check to see if everything was okay, because all she saw was a child in the back seat, and then she saw that this lady was face down into the steering wheel, passed out, so then she put in the call, and that's why officers arrived at the scene here.
I see you got a little problem here, huh?
No. I'm good.
So what brings you back to the parking lot? Did you have an appointment?
To see you, yeah, we did, actually.
Where was your appointment?
He had an appointment.
Yeah.
Now, from what I can gather with these breadcrumbs she's dropping, she's in this parking lot because her son had a doctor's appointment, and she just got blackout drunk, passed out, and then cruised the vehicle into this ditch area here. So I guess in order to get ready for the doctor's appointment for her child, she put on her coats and butt-chugged 5 Coors Lights on the way out, and then it led to all of this.
Okay, so obviously we have an odor of alcohol coming from you. Okay.
Hey, actually...
Hang on a second. So
no,
I'm gonna... So...
Never do this.
I have an odor of alcohol coming from the vehicle. Okay? How did you end up here?
How, what?
How did you end up here?
My son.
Okay, your son drove you?
I'm not from here, guys.
What do you mean, not from here? From this planet? Because, my god, these are some very uncanny, almost horror movie-esque motions she's making with her body here. So, she tries to say she's here because her son... And the officers interpret that as her trying to say the son was driving and the kid's 6 years old. So unless he built himself a pair of stilts like Jimmy fucking Neutron, that kid's not reaching the pedals. I don't think he was the one behind the wheel of the vehicle. I think what she was trying to say is the reason she's, kind of torpedoed her car in this parking lot is because her son had a doctor's appointment here. And she was just so fucking drunk she couldn't get the information across.
Okay, that wasn't the question. So why are you here in this parking lot? I'm just curious how you got here.
So, I'm sorry.
She didn't have one on her. Her name's Mary.
How did you get here?
Huh?
What made you come to this parking lot?
I'm really, I really apologize, but I'm not really.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you to apologize. I'm asking you a question. How did you get here?
Sorry.
Why are you here in this parking lot?
It doesn't take a super genius to recognize she's very fucked up. It is a miracle she didn't get herself or her child or another innocent person on the road killed here, because it doesn't even seem like she knows where she is at this moment. And she's making, like, expressions the same way a dog does when you ask it who chewed up the sofa and it knows it's guilty. It is impressive just how many different facial expressions she's going through here. It's like in Super Mario 64, the intro, where you, like, move around his face in a bunch of wacky ways. That's what she's doing. Like, with her teeth and everything. Just hitting some of that. You know, it's more akin to, like, that infamous Charles Manson clip where he's like, I'm nobody. And he does, like, all that weird shit. That's what she's doing right now. She is so unbelievably intoxicated. I think that she was trying to make, like, a conscious effort with her face to appear sober, but just can't quite do it and doesn't recognize everything that's happening.
Okay. Is your boyfriend his dad? Yeah.
No.
No?
We knew it. No. I apologize.
Are you warm? Are you warm in the car? Yeah. Okay, good. Does your car normally smell like alcohol?
No.
Where were you coming from?
Huh?
Where were you coming from?
Are we talking about?
The road.
The road. No, were you coming from your house?
Yes.
You were coming from your house.
That was a checkmate maneuver from this lady here. The chess master made her move. Where are you coming from? The road. Chef's kiss. Then she just drops the mic. Damn. She played hardball.
Okay, so then how do we end up here in this parking lot?
Because I came here from the road.
Okay. So you just came off the road and just came into the parking lot?
Oconomowoc.
Okay.
Working.
Well, the more I hear from her side of things, the more I think maybe I was too hasty to judge here. Maybe she's not intoxicated. Maybe she's just experiencing the sixth dimension. She's in like a whole different wavelength right now, but she's starting to really make a lot of sense when you stop to think about it. This could be a huge misunderstanding here, officers.
Mary, do you need an ambulance?
Yeah, I actually do.
You need an ambulance? Okay, why do you feel you need an ambulance? What's going on so I can tell them why you need an ambulance?
I can't breathe, actually.
You can't breathe? You're breathing pretty well.
What did I do? Can you please tell me what I did?
I can just feel every neuron in Mary's brain banging against the sides of her cranium, desperately trying to get through. Mary, don't ask for the ambulance. Don't say yes to the ambulance. It's a trap. It's gonna be the biggest regret ever when you see that fucking bill they slap you with at the end. Don't fall for it. Don't say yes to the ambulance.
I'll have you turn to face me, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna follow tip my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. Do not move your head. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Move your eyes and your eyes only. Top of my finger. Follow it. No, leave your head straight.
Sorry.
Straight on with me.
Sorry.
With just your eyes, please. Okay? Got that? It's pretty simple. You look at my finger, you're looking at the ground. Okay. All right. Actually, come over here. We'll utilize this line here, okay?
They had to break out further testing because she fucking aced the follow the finger brain buster there. She seems like she's in a state to pass the bar, I'll tell you what. She is crushing these field sobriety tests. Wait till you see how she walks this line.
1, 2, on your... Stop. Don't start the test, please. Okay. When you get to your 9th step, you're going to take a series of small steps like this, turning around. Watch me. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps going down the line. 1, 2, all the way to 9. Count your steps out loud. Keep your hands down to your sides. Right foot in front of your left foot, like I explained to you.
All right.
Okay.
5, 6.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, come on back over here.
She did so well in the first portion of this test, she skips the second. Because she came over there, hit him with the fucking Hezi Jimbo, and then dunked on their ass with that beautifully perfect straight line that she just walked. So now, they're going to try and get her with a third one.
So this next test is going to be a one-leg stand. So when I tell you to, you're going to raise your foot approximately 6 inches off the ground. And you're going to count in the manner of 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Okay, you may begin.
Sorry.
You're right. Keep going. term you have a PBT. All right, you can stop. How much would you say you've had to drink today?
Actually, nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about right based on everything I've seen here. I don't hold it against her for not being able to pass with flying colors on the hold your leg up test. There was clearly a banana peel that she was slipping on there like it's fucking Mario Kart, so that one just needs to be thrown out. They wiped their ass with that. Inconclusive evidence there.
Right now, because he's downtown looking for you. He just called in a well-being check.
No.
And the first place he went is he walked to all the bars, because you were supposed to bring him to the hospital.
I would never do this.
You're not at a bar, but you're drinking beer in the parking lot and throwing it out.
Stop it.
So she declined the PBT invitation there. She said, I will not be attending that hootenanny, so now they're going to take her in for further evaluation. The father has called in a wellness check because she was supposed to be bringing the child to the doctor's appointment or the hospital or whatever. Didn't happen, so he started checking the bars, apparently, looking for her there, because this seems to be a common occurrence with her. And now the officers are going to be picking up the father to bring him to the scene. They also apparently located some Coors Light that had been tossed aside here, and the father confirms that that's her beverage of choice. So the dots are starting to connect a little bit here.
How many times have you been arrested for operating while intoxicated? Never?
Your husband says 4 times. Does that sound about right to you?
No. He's not my husband.
Well, okay.
Can you please just stop, judging me, please?
I'm not judging you. I'm asking you questions.
Hey, Mary, I'm judging you, though. DUIs are just completely fucking inexcusable. This is her 5th one now. She had 4 prior DUIs, yet she still gets to get behind a wheel of a vehicle. I don't get it. I truly don't. Why does she still have her fucking license? It seems like the only time she even gets in the fucking car, even with her child in there, is if she already can't even remember her own name because she drank so much. It is so dangerous. She's putting her life, her child's life, and everyone else's life on the road at risk by drinking while fucking hammered like this. And it's something she seems to do often. She has been caught and charged with DUI 5 times. Now let's think for a moment. How many other times has she driven while completely fucking blackout drunk that she just didn't get arrested for? They didn't catch her. It's just crazy. I don't know why she's able to just keep getting her license back. She treats beer like it's Popeye's spinach and it somehow makes her turbocharged and a great driver or something.
Prescription drugs for anything?
Yeah.
What for?
Panic attacks, anxiety.
Because her pupils are as big as her eyes right now. And we have fresh Coors Light cans in the snow. At her drink of choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
She lives in Pennsylvania. She's here for a visit.
Did she come from Pennsylvania today?
No.
Okay, so she's been on it for a couple days. Weeks. Okay. Officer Kraleski is obviously arresting her for an operating while intoxicated. Having the child in the car ups everything higher. And then having 4 priors, it's going to be felony levels, and then she resisted, fought, and kicked us. We were trying to do it back here.
I obviously cut out a lot here when they were putting her in the squad car. She was spamming some low kicks there for a minute. Can't really see them all too well, and there definitely wasn't a ton of elbow grease behind them or anything, considering she can hardly fucking stand or keep her eyes open. But even still, they're mentioning that as her, striking at them while trying to put her in the vehicle. They found Coors cans there, which, hey, they're going to have to run the fingerprints on there because it could have been that dastardly Coors Light ferry that comes through and just happens to sometimes just fucking drop Coors Light cans in the middle of nowhere like it's fucking loot boxes. Maybe those aren't hers. And maybe it's just a big old quinky dink that, according to the father, that's her drink of choice. We don't know for sure. That's all remains to be seen.
Okay.
I was gonna feel bad for you.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Did she get you too? You okay? Breathe. Let the adrenaline slow down.
Idiots.
Now you just sound like my father.
Okay.
To ensure officer safety, the suspect is restrained in a chair and a spit hood is put over her head as she's transported to jail. Her blood alcohol content was determined to be .236, which is almost 3 times the legal limit. She was charged with her 5th or 6th offense of operating a vehicle while intoxicated with a passenger under 16 years old, resisting obstructing, and 2 counts of battery to a law enforcement officer. She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
So the father then picked up the child. Firefighters were keeping him, like, warm and away from all of, like, the hoopla that was happening with his mother, because that is just such a fucking terrible thing. My heart breaks for that child. That's just terrible to grow up with a mom like that. Now, when they got her to the hospital, they had a warrant to draw her blood to confirm intoxication and rule out the possibility of it being like some kind of, maybe reaction to prescription drugs that she does have and that kind of thing. But while trying to draw that blood, she was less than cooperative, you could say. It started to look like an exorcism scene in there for a moment. She was wiggle worming and squirming, apparently even like biting. That officer, I guess, got a bloody nose from all of it at some point. I couldn't really see that on the body cam. I don't know how she got up there and got him. Maybe with like a headbutt or something. I couldn't tell you. But it was pretty chaotic in there. But when they got her blood, they confirmed, no, she's definitely drunk. Like, very drunk. That's the root cause of all of this. Now, if you want my Neanderthal perspective on it, I really think she should lose her license. I know, maybe I'm talking crazy. Maybe I'm boofing the crazy pills. But I just think it's pretty clear she shouldn't be trusted behind the wheel of a vehicle. This is completely fucking unacceptable. It's just a matter of time until someone dies because of this from her. But I just have a sneaking suspicion that's not going to happen. I bet she'll be back on the road pretty soon. And that is very scary. Anyway, I just wanted to yap about this a bit. That's it. Yep. Jinkies. So, Highguard. Huh? What's the deal with salt shakers, am I right? It's not good news on the front of Highguard. There has been an announcement, and maybe an announcement's not the right word to use, it's not really accurate to say that. There have been some LinkedIn posts from former Wildlight employees, Wildlight is the studio behind Highguard, mentioning that most of the staff has been laid off at the studio following the release of Highguard, which only came out about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks appears to be like the curse, because Concord had something very similar where it only had a lifespan just barely longer than a mosquito, where it had completely shut its doors in about 2 weeks. It barely even was able to open its eyes after its birth. It seems like 14 days is the magic number that big budget games are given to either blow up or blow out your ass. It's like in The Ring, where you get that phone call saying you're going to die in 7 days, but in the video games industry, you get 14 days. You're going to die in 14 days, it seems. Now, in Highguard's case, they actually had put out a whole year-long roadmap, which made a lot of people believe more heavily in them committing to the long term of growing this, expanding it, and trying to make it flourish and find a player base. And make no mistake, this game did have a successful launch. The day this puppy came out, 100,000 curious sports fans hopped in there to check it out, but as of right now, there's just over 2,400 playing, which isn't really like the smallest potatoes ever. 2,400 concurrent players with nearly a 4K 24-hour peak is pretty decent for a lot of games, but given the scope of this project and the size of the team, it looks like they're closing the doors on a lot of the employees here. I don't know if that means they're looking to shut it all down or if they're looking to just downsize because they can't justify the spend any longer. I'm not entirely sure. That remains to be seen, but it's certainly not looking good for the future of Highguard, which unfortunately I don't think a ton of people were surprised by. A lot of people kind of predicted that this might happen. I don't think anyone read this shocked. Like, I don't think there was anyone like eyes wide open, jaw on the floor, stunned by this news, because releasing a game like Highguard in the current saturation of this market, it's kind of a death sentence. Like, those guards must be high to be expecting this to be like a massive success that blows everything else out there and finds its own footing off rip. That was always going to be an uphill battle. It's very difficult to get gamers to switch from their comfort game to your game in the same genre. They might go check it out, but most likely they're going to go back to the game that they've spent the most time with, the one they're most accustomed to. The most notable example that completely bucks that trend is Marvel Rivals, where it entered into an extremely saturated genre, fucking hero shooters. That should have been dead on arrival, death sentence, bury that shit in the dirt. But thanks to the power of the Marvel IP, where so many people are so passionate about Marvel itself, and also the developers diverting tons and tons and tons of resources to just churn things out really quickly, very high quality, very quickly. And also the timing they entered the market where Overwatch was starting to flounder and people were hungry for something to replace it. Marvel Rivals just had all the stars align, and now it is successful and it did carve out its niche. Highguard didn't have those luxuries. People were even confused on what Highguard was in the first place. They announced at the Game Awards and then went fucking radio silent, crickets for a whole month. People thought it was a hero shooter. I thought it was a hero shooter. A lot of people thought it was fucking Concord 2.0. There were so little things to know about it, so it was hard for people to get hype and buy into this idea of Highguard in the first place when they weren't even talking about it. So when the game came out, and in my opinion was okay, like I don't think it's a great game, I don't think it was a bad game, it was just kind of an alright mid-game. So it was always going to struggle retaining a player base. People tried it, they were lukewarm on it, some people hated it, some people did like it, but it was always going to be tough to get them to stick with it long term, especially if the developers don't seem willing to. Like, these layoffs don't inspire confidence, so there's 2,400 people playing it right now, and I imagine they really like it to still be playing it. And they did add things to it, like the 5v5 mode, so it seems like there is a willingness to try and, like, flesh it out. But with these layoffs, it seems like the future's uncertain, and who knows, you know, maybe down the line they could have carved out a unique identity for it. It did have some unique ideas, like with the base rating, so like maybe there's a what if there, and again, they haven't announced that they're shutting down or anything. They haven't fully turned the lights off over there, so perhaps it's still in the cards, but I just don't understand why it feels like no one at these companies internally is putting their thinking caps on. It doesn't feel like they're being realistic. Because this was a very likely outcome that most people were kind of expecting to unfold here. So why are they already laying off people after only 2 weeks? Why wouldn't you go into a project like this with a longer runway? Like, look, we might be bleeding players for a couple months, and that's okay. Like, we have allocated budget to account for that as we look to try and find our community and build this game with the players. Like, they're already doing mass layoffs after just 2 weeks. So it seems like they were expecting this to just fucking explode and be the next Marvel Rivals or the next Call of Duty or something. Like, who really knows what the expectations are anymore at these companies? It just surprises me how quickly games will come and die. Anyway, though, taking a look at the LinkedIn here, this comes from someone named Alex Grainer. Unfortunately, along with most of the team at Wildlight, I was laid off today. This one really stings as there was a lot of unreleased content I was really looking forward to that I and others designed for Highguard. However, I'm excited for my next adventure. If your team or anyone you know needs an experienced level designer, hit me up. Check out my portfolio here to see what I've done the last 7 years as a level designer in the AAA space at alexgrainer.com. Cheers. The way that Alex writes about it on LinkedIn sounds like most of the team at Wildlight has been laid off, and then he said how disappointed he is because there is unreleased content that they were excited for, meaning that it feels like that unreleased content is never coming. So my impression is that these layoffs are in preparation for shutting it down, especially when you also look at Josh Sobel's post. Today I was laid off from my job at Wildlight along with most of the staff. Once again, echoing that same sentiment that most of the staff has been laid off. You can't run a game like Highguard with most of the staff gone, and this was the lead tech artist. So this is like a pretty big position, it feels like. It was the best team I've ever worked with, and I've never put so much of myself into a project before. I wouldn't trade the past 2.5 years for anything. And then he goes on to talk about his experience, so if anyone has, you know, a need for his expertise, to please reach out about it. To me, this feels like the end of Highguard, more like Byeguard, because it's saying goodbye here. It feels like these posts make it pretty clear that most of the staff has been laid off and that it's likely winding itself down for that next step. It feels like it's in that stage where it's probably closing its doors. But I could be entirely wrong. It's just, you know, the statement about the unreleased content that's not coming, these layoffs, most of the staff gone, as well as like a position like fucking lead tech artist. I mean, it'd be tough to keep the game going with basically no one left at the company, right? You would think. Anyway, though, this isn't something that I think is worthy of celebration or anything. I wish Highguard was better and performed better so that way they could keep chipping away at something and maybe make something special eventually. Like, take, for example, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky came out to nothing but booze. Just an absolute flood of booze, trash, and look what happened over the years. They worked so hard to make an extremely special game, and now No Man's Sky is a fucking masterpiece, right? I'm not saying Highguard was ever going to be able to do that, but I would just like if these games, you know, they actually were willing to stick with it for a while to at least see what they could do with it. I was very pessimistic about the game going into it because it didn't seem like a game that I was going to enjoy all that much. I tried it and it was okay. It's just kind of a meh thing, but who knows? Maybe if they really committed to it, they could have made something great out of it. Now, I don't think we'll ever really know, because it seems like these companies are more than willing to spend unfathomable amounts of money, millions of dollars, to develop a project like this, and then just close it in 2 weeks, just let it die, lay everyone off, say, well, that was a failure of an experiment, it is what it is. I would prefer if these games came out and were good. I don't like to see all these people losing their jobs. That sucks. And it's not like the developers were the ones that cooked the idea here. I imagine that came from a higher level position. Most people could tell you, you got a real tough battle ahead of you, a real war to fight if you're trying to carve out a strong community in a genre this full that Highguard was competing in. Like, it's just, I feel like it should have been obvious, but I think so many people in the games industry at the highest level of the food chain just are delusional. Like, it is what it is, man. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to yap about this a little bit. I do think it won't be long now before we see Highguard saying that, you know, they're going to be closing it in the near future. But maybe not. Maybe they are going to run this with a skeleton crew at Wildlight. As I was rendering this video, Wildlight Entertainment put out a statement saying, "Today we made an incredibly difficult decision to part ways with a number of our team members while keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and supporting the game. We're proud of the team, talent, and the product we've created together. We're also grateful for players who gave the game a shot and those who continue to be part of the community." So, it seems like, based on this, that maybe they aren't looking to shut it down. They're just looking to maybe cut expenses, you know, save some money on the bottom line because the player base has dwindled so much. That's pretty surprising, I'm not going to lie, because from some of the positions I've seen here, they seem to be pretty high-level positions. So, pretty interesting and honestly pretty surprising, but all power to them if they are going to actually stick with it with their core developers here to keep carving out its own unique identity. I guess we'll see how it goes, but yeah, I mean, assuming that this is correct, seems like it's not goodbye, guard. It's more of a see you later, guard. Oh, hi, Mark. I don't know. Anyway, that's the Highguard update. That's really about it. So yeah. It is wildly interesting to me how pranks have become synonymous with crimes, and I know I've made a ton of content shooting spitballs at and clowning on these worms that engage in this garbage, but it just blows my mind how now it seems like authorities are taking it far more seriously. They're no longer just punching with the soccer boppers on, they're going bare knuckle with the cutters out here and actually starting to punish more harshly these criminals that masquerade as pranksters. And even in the wake of all of that, it doesn't seem to have an effect on the overall quantity of pranks that are still just being posted that are just full-blown raw crimes. Like, there has not been a reduction in it. The fucking brain disease that these weasels suffer from is not being curbed at all, even though people are actually being arrested now for some of these pranks. And today Matt sent me an interesting one that I gotta yap about. It's a guy pretending to be a health inspector so he can invade a small business and harass the owners for some clout on TikTok.
I'm here for inspection, food inspection.
For anyone who didn't get the opportunity to watch the original video, please go and visit my page. But just a refresher, this kid Amber came into my parents' establishment pretending to be a fake federal worker, impersonating himself to be a FDA food inspector, to prank, harass, and trespass onto my parents' property.
So the original video got taken down and the prankster privated his account. Big tough guy. I guess the jester wasn't liking all the attention he started to get. Even though that food inspector prank didn't exactly blow up for him by any means, the son of this family-owned business happened to have seen it and reached out to him to tell him to take it down and also remind him this is a crime. So this video from the Sun covering this, it definitely has put a lot more peepers on this degeneracy here. As of me making this video, the first part of him covering this food inspector prank that his family was the victim of, it has about 650,000 views. I am showing you part 3 here, which is, you know, after everything's been said and done, so that way it's like the most complete lore of everything. impersonating a government agent is just a crime. And that's his whole prank. And also, according to some of the other people that talked about this on TikTok, this goober has done this same prank before where he pretends to be a food inspector. And then get a load of this. It's real knee-slapping comedy, because what he does once he convinces these businesses that he is a government agent, he then goes into the back and berates them, makes fun of them, just insults them, and then he pretends to be checking things off and giving them advice on things that they're doing wrong, this and that. And that's the whole prank.
What you guys didn't get to see in the original video, which I do have security camera footage for, is him harassing my father for not knowing proper English, stating things that are violations that aren't violations, which if we listened to, we could have gotten into serious trouble for. I'll throw a quick pop-up on the screen, but this is him liking a comment stating that this is a felony, this is fraud, and could land him in jail. After I'd seen the video, it had already been up for 2 days, and I tried reaching out to him in his comments and in his DMs, which he politely ignored by blocking me.
He seemed to shy away when someone was willing to kind of stand up to him and put him in his place. He didn't like that very much. He plugged his ears to it, and then eventually privated his account, which is very odd because he's putting on such a strong face here as he kind of bullies his way into the back of this family-owned business as he's done before in the past, apparently. Now, I looked up food inspector prank because I hadn't heard of anyone else doing this, so I didn't know if this was like his galaxy brain scheme that he farted out for his dog shit content on TikTok. And it turns out, no, that's not the case. He actually just suckled this from someone else's teat. There's a handful of other deplorable losers like this that did the same food inspector prank where they just pretend to be a government agent and barge into the back and say that everything's a violation, basically. And what I've noticed in pretty much all of those is that they target small family-owned businesses and they look for employees that maybe aren't fluent in English, so that way there's like a language barrier there to create confusion, so that way it makes it easier for them to squeeze their way to the back here. So really incredible stuff here from the pranking community. They've got an absolute home run with the food inspector prank. It's a crime, and you are compiling evidence against yourself. That is always the most interesting part. You are committing a crime and you are filming yourself doing it. Like, there is no wiggle room for excuses or anything. Now, before showing you the rest of the footage, I want to show you something to cleanse your palate a little bit. Show you something exciting. Cheeky is partnering with the Vans Warped Tour, baby. That's right. Actual dream collab for me here, and to celebrate, we're giving away a bunch of VIP tickets. So if you want a chance to win, you can go to usecheeky.com/VIP. It's just an email you put there. That's it. You don't have to buy anything. We're doing this just because we're really excited to be partnered with the Vans Warped Tour. It is completely free. Don't panic. We're doing the email method here because that is just the easiest way to get in contact with the winners here over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'll fucking see you there. Cheeky at the Vans Warped Tour. You bet your sweet bippy. I'm so pumped.
Luckily enough, he went a little too close to home, and one of my friends was able to recognize him and let me know who he was, and he was basically able to reach out to him, letting him know that I was pressing charges against him and that he should take down his video. After the fact, he made a pretty lackluster, shitty apology just because he got caught. The apology will be on my page. It's hard to miss.
Something to consider, if the Sun never saw this video, this business would have no idea that it existed because they were under the impression that this was a health inspector that paid them a visit. And in all of the other instances of the food inspector prank, I imagine all of those businesses still have no idea that the individual claiming to be a government agent was actually just some fucking lonely-ass weirdo online desperately fishing for clout by pretending to be a government agent. They were the victims of fraud. So if the Sun didn't see this, that video would still be up besmirching this business based on fucking nothing other than this guy just feeling like being an asshole for the sake of a TikTok prank video. I'm very happy he preserved the apology, by the way, because the apology is about as bad as you're expecting.
So this is an apology video to the restaurant owner's son and the restaurant owner and basically the whole entire kebab corner. So I basically went into the restaurant and did a like food inspector thing. And yeah, so I posted it on TikTok. Then the son reached out to me saying he's gonna press charges if I don't take it down. And yeah, so I took it down now. I just wanted to just like state it out publicly that I'm sorry, and please don't press charges on me.
He's begging for the charges not to be pressed. From what I can tell, this wasn't enough to tug on the heartstrings of the Sun here, who seems like he still wants to go through with those charges. all power to him. He's totally within his right to do so. Impersonating a government agent is a really fucking dumb idea. That is, it is, again, just a crime that this guy is pretending was actually like, you know, a good-spirited prank or something. It's not. The whole point was him insulting this business and the people that work there for no reason. So, I don't really feel too much sympathy for this guy. It doesn't seem like he seems to really care that much. He is clearly doing this just in response to fear of, like, punishment, fear of repercussion for violating the law. Also, a little piece of friendly advice, if you're watching this, shave that fucking mustache. It is hanging on for dear life. That peach fuzz needs to go. There's only a couple of threads left there. There are just little strands of pubic hair. Do yourself a favor, just shave it. It's not working out.
And since then has made pretty racially targeted videos towards Indian people. And because of that, he's still getting charges pressed against him. And funny enough, we had an inspector come in today, and guess what? We got the green light, and I'll put another pop-up of that right now. And I genuinely feel bad for the kid because he seems like the kid that you're friends with just to be the butt end of the joke. And if we've learned anything, it's just to leave small businesses alone. All these prank videos can be fun and games until you start affecting people's lives.
I can't remember the last time a prank video was fun and games. Pranks in the last, decade have been so bastardized, it has just become harassment, or in some cases, just, actually assault sometimes. That's been another big one in recent years, where the prank is literally just, assaulting strangers. This, I think, would fall comfortably in the harassment camp, where that has now been misconstrued as a prank, where you just harass people, and that's the joke. Anyway, I'm happy the son was able to find this video so that way he could set the record straight on his family's business, and also, maybe this will help dissuade others from doing a similar prank, because this shit super sucks. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah, my friend sent me something today, and I really appreciate that he was thinking of me when he found this. It's a text thread. Well, it's a very short series of texts between a very short man and his now ex-girlfriend, whom he broke up with because she had the audacity to wear heels around him. Now, I myself am also a fun-sized gentleman. I am on the shorter side of things, and I can see why Matt thought of me when he found this story here, this adventure. So the background is these two went to a party, she wore heels, he got really salty and upset about it, so he broke up with her because she was now taller than him while wearing those heels. So she's now trying to process this and figure out what the fuck just happened, because he had a conniption in the car and then, spiraled out of control. So now she's trying to get some clarity here. I'm still so confused. Can we just talk? I never meant to offend you. I just really like heels and wanted to look good at the party. I'm sorry. Imagine having to apologize because you wore heels. Imagine being around such a sensitive fucking loser that just wearing shoes was offensive to him. Don't chat me, man. You're embarrassing to be around, and even now I'm not with you and you're still embarrassing. Do you realize what you done? I gave you everything and you threw it back in my face. He can't even use the right threw. His fucking goober. I don't even know how you make that mistake with threw. When you're actually old enough and mature, you will remember this time and realize you fucked up. This weenie thinks that she's going to be reminiscing about this relationship in the future, as if she's ever going to think about this little McNugget in any way, shape, or form after this, other than maybe looking back on it and laughing. This is such an over-the-top reaction to something so trivial. This is comedic. So I imagine she might think about this in the future as a haha, you remember when I dated that gnome who got fucking pissed off because I just wore heels once? Yeah, what a crazy time that was. Meanwhile, this guy is fluffing himself up, thinking that he's the best thing that's ever happened to this girl's life, and down the road she's gonna realize she made such a huge error in judgment to wear those heels, to insult his masculinity at a party. She'll lose sleep over it, and she'll rue the day. I just wore heels, though. I don't mean that hostile, just literally confused. Seems like you flipped so quick, and now I'm just feeling confused. You're too masculine for me and I deserve better. Yeah, you're too masculine. You wore heels. That's the most masculine thing a woman can do, obviously. You're way too masculine. I'm high value and you are still a child and finding your way in life. Yeah, this seems like behavior of a high value male melting down all because you're short and insecure and your girlfriend wore heels so she was taller than you and you just didn't like that. Brother, you're short. Get over it. Like, you can't change it. If you hate it that much, go get leg lengthening surgery. Goober's whining about feeling like less of a man because his girlfriend had heels on, God forbid. What a sin. There's nothing high value about having a list of things that can't be done around you so that way you don't feel like a loser. That makes you a nuisance to be around. That's not high value, that's high maintenance. Goober. He is trying to, hypnotize himself with it. He stands on his step stool so he can look himself in the mirror and just reaffirm that, I'm high value, I'm high value, I'm high value. She's wrong because she wore heels. She insulted my value. It's not your fault. I understand you aren't very conscious and have baby brain. Oh, God, just reading that sentence out loud is revolting. I understand you aren't very conscious. What is he doing? Dating a dead body? What? I don't think he's expressing what he means to. Then he's insulting her, calling her stupid, basically, for having the idea of wearing heels around this short, insecure loser with such a short fuse. It's absurd. I really wish that she had, started dunking on him. He is so sensitive. All of this, all worked up because his girlfriend wore heels at a party, which made him feel emasculated. I have a high value network, and when I'm around big people, I already love the start to that sentence. Big people. I don't know if he means physically or metaphorically, powerful people, or if he just means tall people. This man just goes to a party and with average-sized people, he just thinks he wandered into the fucking Elbaf land of the giants from One Piece. It's so fucking absurd reading the things this guy had to say. All over him being just so uncomfortable in his own skin. When I'm around big people who I can network with and elevate my business and future, I need someone who shows me off and compliments me. You're so needy, brother. Oh my God. Makes me look good in front of others. You're not that. Don't message me ever again. She did nothing wrong. She wore heels. That's it. It's not like she went out there and started insulting him or anything. He just lost his mind. He's going off his gourd here just because she wore heels and was a little taller than him at a party. Who cares? Get over it. You are short. I am short. It is something you're gonna have to come to terms with, man. It's not changing, unless you do want to go through leg lengthening. And even then, even if you do go down that path, you're gonna get made fun of for that too. You're gonna get clowned on. So your best bet is to come to terms with it now, instead of letting all this hostility fester where you're lashing out at people that have done nothing wrong with this short man syndrome of being, so hostile to anyone you think is slighting you. She did nothing to insult you. All she did was wear heels because she likes wearing heels. That's a very normal thing to do. If she was a little taller than you, so what? It is what it is. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's not that big a deal. It's not worth being this insufferable piece of shit to her all over that. And then breaking up with her and, just going ballistic for something so minuscule that doesn't matter. He talks as if he needed to do this to appease his high-value network that he's built up here, like some kind of fucking Illuminati or something. But it sounds more like the network he's building up is people that don't really respect him, and he doesn't want to give them more ammo for insults. He's like, geez, you're taller than me in heels. The high-value network that I'm around will not appreciate that. All right, you gotta go. Hit the road, please. You've insulted me. You've made me feel like less of a man. How is that not just so shameful? Being short, it's not the best thing in the world. It's not like I love being 5'6", but again, I can't change it. And I'm not going to be mad about it forever. I stopped being mad about my height when I stopped growing at 21, even though my height had only grown a couple inches since high school. What am I going to do about it? What value is there in getting angry at anyone taller than me? Or feeling as though people look at me as less of a man? What value is there in me just constantly being on edge about that kind of shit? It's preposterous to get this worked up over it. This is now a message to all of my fellow shortmen out there. Do not be like this guy. Just come on in. The water's fine. Being short's not that big a deal. Trust me, it's really not. It's fine. Anyway, I just wanted to yap about this a bit. Had me giggling. That's it. See ya. I don't know how many of you are following the drama in the pizza industry, but for those of you that aren't, I'll give you a brief overview. Papa John's is a massive pizza chain that I'm sure the majority of you are familiar with. You've probably eaten some of their grease before. You may like it, you may not. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's, you know, that whole deal. Well, it has a founder named John Schnatter, and last year he made a multitude of mistakes. The biggest was saying the N-word on a conference call, which was then brought to the public's attention. Well, as a result of the racism, the Shat Master was taken off the board and annihilated online. In response, Schnatter says that he was pressured into using the N-word by the people on the call, which just sounds ridiculous because I can't imagine on a conference call for business they were poking John Schnatter in the ass saying, hey, be racist, be racist, be racist, until he was racist. Or like some type of hypnotist fucking puts him to sleep and makes him racist. It was a ridiculous defense that he came up with. But anyway, fast forward till today, he's been pretty quiet on most things that I was able to see. And then he comes and does a bizarre interview about where he is now and talking about the day of reckoning.
Sooner or later, the tape's going to come out in public and people are going to go, wow, that's what he said. And so that's what he said. And they're going, they made this out of that. They know what they did. They know it was a setup.
John Schnatter looks like a Borderlands character. His fucking hair looks cel-shaded. He is the wettest human being I have ever seen. In every commercial, every interview, every picture, he just looks like he's sweating profusely. It's as if he's eaten so much pizza, his skin is starting to become the consistency of pizza, all greasy and shit. But anyway, his side of the story is he was set up by the people closest to him so that way they could take more of the company and take it away from him, which makes a lot more sense than his original defense of the aliens forced him to be racist. But even still, he has no proof behind this claims of setup, and he even says there that once the tape comes to light, you'll hear what he actually said. But he also confirmed that he said the N-word, so you're still going to hear the N-word. I don't know. He doesn't really have a solid defense.
When it finally gets out what they did and what was said, I think my phone's going to ring off the hook going, wow, we made a huge mistake here.
John, you naive boomer. It's 2019. No one says sorry for anything, and they for damn sure will not be admitting a mistake.
I've probably had over 40 pizzas, 40, in the last 30 days. They don't make the pizza the way that I used to make it, the way we used to make it. It just doesn't taste the same.
I want you to stop for a moment and just take in how absurd that statement is. That's like one of those SAT math problems that you know could never possibly exist. That shit like, Sally has 10,000 apples and Julie wants half of those in her fridge. What do? Use the algorithmic Pythagorean theorem. It's absurd. 40 pizzas in 30 days. Let's assume he's going on the traditional American diet of 3 meals a day. That means that he was consuming roughly 3.5 pieces of pizza per meal every day for a full month. John, you either can't do math, you're lying, or you have the strongest fucking metabolism of all time. Because this man's heart should have just stopped halfway through this diet. This shit makes the Super Size Me documentary movie look like child's play. That is an absurd number, John. No fucking way you had 40 pizzas in 30 days. It's not possible. The human body wasn't built to handle that kind of magnitude, and especially not Papa John's pizzas. And if the recipe truly does taste different, it's probably because John isn't there. The secret ingredient is probably the moisture from his fucking hair just dripping into the fucking cauldron that they make the pizza in. It's crazy. I don't think he actually had that much pizza, but I could be totally wrong.
I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record will be straight.
Why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned.
How soon will that happen?
Stay tuned. Sooner than later.
It's like a badly done Joker monologue. It comes across very weird. It sounds like he's calling himself the Antichrist even, you know, the Day of Reckoning and then this weird giggling stuff. I don't know. It's a very weird interview. Now, growing up, Papa John's was like the only pizza that I actually liked, and even to this day, it's still my favorite pizza. I'm not a huge fan of most pizzas. I can already hear the comment section going off. You never tried New York pizza, have you, Charlie? What the fuck? Yeah, you like Papa John's? That's ridiculous. Oh my God. I just don't like it. I've had a lot of New York pizza when I was in New York, I'm not a huge fan. You know, we have to accept people are gonna like different things. I liked Papa John's. I still like Papa John's. It doesn't taste very different to me today. I don't know what John's tasting. Maybe when he eats it now, he tastes a little bit of hate in there, and that's totally understandable. Because if I got fired from my massive multi-million-dollar pizza chain, I would never want to eat that pizza again. Anytime I take a bite of that pizza, it tastes like asshole. So I get why he thinks it tastes different, but it really doesn't. It's probably exactly the same. But anyway, growing up, my dad used to tell me stories about John because John used to do business in the area my dad was in, and he was so confident in his pizza and really wanted it to succeed, he used to drive around in his car and pass out free boxes of pizza to everyone in my dad's area. So I always had a very positive impression of John just from the stories my dad used to tell about him. He was apparently a great guy around the area. And even in this interview, he talks about some of the community outreach shit he does. I don't know what the fuck has happened. His reputation has certainly been tainted. Maybe he is truly innocent, which seems unlikely in this case, but I guess you never really know. But man, he's made some big old fuck-ups, and that's for goddamn sure. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this bizarre interview that he came out of nowhere to do. I'm excited to see the next developments in this pizza soap opera. That's it. See ya. When I talk about the sport of darts, do you think of seasoned athletes that have trained their whole lives since birth with their God-given talent to take it to the professional dart stage? Or do you think of your college frat bro douche friend who goes to the bar, gets absolutely annihilated, throwing darts at a dartboard, trying to impress girls, going behind the back, hitting the bouncer and getting kicked out? Probably the latter, right? Darts is a sport that gets put in the same category as things like bowling and curling. Yeah, to some people those are sports, but to the majority of people, they're just something fun to do while you're piss your pants drunk. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I thought, what if I broke down darts to a fundamental level and reimagined the entire thing? And that's exactly what I did, and now I present to you a sport that I've created using the similar fundamentals as darts that I think can be the next big sport. We could see it all over ESPN, maybe in the Olympics in a couple of years. The sky's really the limit for what I've created here. Check this shit out. I call this sport flarts. It's fleshlights and darts mixed together, forming a perfect symbiotic relationship, using the fleshlight as the potato cannon, basically, for the darts. Now, obviously, the first step is to lube up your instrument, using whichever you prefer, but making sure that it gets properly lubricated, otherwise the dart's just not going to fly through it. Now, initially, I wanted to fire the darts out of the fleshlight vagina using my mouth, kind of like a blowpipe. However, I underestimated the intensity in which I'd have to blow through the pipe. Old school RuneScape convinced me it was fucking easy, but it's not easy at all. And I also underestimated how yucky the taste of the lube was in the fleshlight. Every time I put my mouth to the fleshlight, it tasted like I was swallowing chlorine gas mixed with bleach. So I decided the best way would be to treat it as if I was Legolas and shooting an arrow, so I knock it and fire that bitch real fucking hard. Yeah, it didn't work at all. I expected it to be kind of like a railgun, but this shit just didn't even get anywhere fucking close to that. The best I managed to do was have it dribble out like a small little sad cum shot, so I had to get creative. Much like Icarus, this dart had flown too close to the sun, and I melted its wings off. I thought maybe if it didn't have the wings on the back, I could fire it kind of just like a pencil through a rubber band. It still didn't work. I decided to mount the fleshlight to the end of our dog blow dryer, which is basically like a fucking hurricane, it's so goddamn powerful, expecting the air pressure to launch the dart through the vagina.
Like this.
Really? Yeah, it didn't work. I thought making it like a Ghostbusters proton pack launcher or some shit, it would fire the dart, but it didn't. Not at all. Then it hit me all at once. During the apex of my disappointment with the experiment, I hatched the idea. Why not just throw the dart and fleshlight together as a unit, javelin style? Why didn't I do that from the start? That's fucking awesome. And that's when we realized you don't even need the dart for flarting. You can just use the fleshlight. Do I even need the actual dart? Ready? Behind the back. It's finally happening. David has been arrested and is being held without bail. It's been 7 months since a child's body was found decomposing in the trunk of his towed vehicle, and now authorities have arrested him as the main suspect in her murder. Her name was Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She went missing in 2024 and her body was found in 2025. She was 14 at the time of her death, according to authorities, and according to everyone's eyeballs, was in a relationship with David. There is a plethora of evidence about these two being in a relationship together, which is something even the most avid and ferocious of David defenders, when they pick up their shield, just kind of brush over. The fact that an adult was in a romantic relationship with a 13-year-old. I've seen them use excuses of, oh, he was homeschooled, you know, so he couldn't have known that that was bad. What the fuck? It's just actual craziness. And I started talking about this when the story was breaking, and I got a lot of pushback. There were a lot of people, you know, going ballistic about how wrong this whole thing was and that I'm a fucking gullible idiot for thinking David was the one that did this. Just this large vocal group of deluded fans that were trying to, like, brainwash people into thinking that it was all a lie. So they were cooking up these elaborate, unhinged theories on what actually happened and how David is innocent and is even a victim in all of this. Oh, you know, fucking 5G towers were blasting waves that signaled the cartel to come perform a hit on this child and then put her body in the trunk of David's vehicle to frame him for her murder. Like, it was bouncing all over the place. I can't even remember everything that they were spewing, but it was all just complete gobbledygook, just complete babble nonsense that anyone who even bothered to look at any of the evidence could easily point to and say, no, you're wrong, just look at this. But they would refuse to look at the reality of it. The evidence, even at the time, was pretty damning. He was even leaving fucking breadcrumbs in his music about this. And he wasn't exactly shy about broadcasting his relationship with this child. So even if he was innocent of the murder, he was very clearly dating a minor. It was just crazy to see so many people were defending him, and I imagine are still actively defending him, even in the face of this arrest, because he hasn't been formally charged for anything at the moment, and I imagine that's what they're latching onto like a baby to its mother's bosom. And at the time, one of the big things that they were using as a defense for David was the fact that he wasn't arrested yet. Well, if he's guilty, why didn't the police break through his fucking windows the second that the body was found, huh? He must be innocent then. The authorities know more than we do. He's clearly innocent and we gotta find the real perpetrator. Completely oblivious to the fact that that's not how the world works. Not everything is a goddamn action movie. They had to also build a case as well. And yes, this did take a lot longer than I and most people would have expected, given how abundant the evidence is against David. But I imagine that this is pretty standard procedure for them to gather tons of evidence to build an ironclad case, and now they are confident enough that they've moved to the next phase, which is arresting him. Now, additional details around this arrest confirm that the arrest is not related to the grand jury that they were going through over the last handful of months where they were seeking an indictment there. This is totally separate based upon evidence that they have been gathering over these months here. This must be a long process, I suppose, but it doesn't seem like they were just sitting AFK waiting for the case to solve itself or David to turn himself in or anything like that. It's just a process that I guess took this long.
All right. And so a lot of people wondering, so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but.
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And there was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
This part got a big old and a scratch on my chinny chin chin for me, because what do you mean this could have been like, an accident, like she overdosed and somebody freaked out. So then they chopped up her body and stored it in the trunk of a car. Who freaks out like that? Like, oh no, this accident just happened. Quick! Give me my fucking bone saw. I've got to start chopping up this body, mutilating it, and then hiding it in the trunk of this vehicle. This accident that just unfolded. I don't know what else to do. Biting at my nails. All right, now give me the hydrofluoric acid so I can dissolve all the body and hide the evidence. Like, is that something plausible? Because to me, it's not. If that is what happened, they're psychopaths, and that is also a crime too, by the way, to do that. So I understand how important it is to find the cause of death. That makes a lot of sense to me. But what else could it be besides murder? This is a gruesome, disgusting, grisly crime here. I don't see any dimension out there where this is action that a sane, innocent person would take, where an individual accidentally passes away, and then the innocent person who had nothing to do with the death all of a sudden starts chopping up the body, putting it in multiple body bags, and putting it in the trunk of their vehicle, and just letting it rot, decompose, and fester there. Like, what sense does that make at all? Even if David wasn't the one that chopped her body up, someone else did it, and apparently there's this possibility that they had nothing to do with her actual death. They just mutilated the corpse, which again is a crime too. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think she accidentally died of something like an overdose, and then they all of a sudden just started, panicking like, oh, jump scare, she's dead. Okay, this is what we've got to do, boys. Everyone, let's go to Lowe's and get some equipment to start chopping up the body, because that's what normal people would do in this situation. We're scared. I was homeschooled, by the way, so I don't know any better. I'm scared. Let's start chopping up this body now and hiding it. We had nothing to do with her death, by the way. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, again, I understand how important it is to find the actual cause of death and how tricky it is in a case like this because of how long the body had been in the trunk decaying, as well as being in multiple pieces in multiple bags. Like, I get why that would be tough to discern what actually killed her, but I don't know how you could even reach any other conclusion other than murder. I truly don't. I don't even know why that would be on the table. That one kind of boggles my little noodle here.
But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury. So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
Now, apparently there were some of David's friends that allegedly started squealing, like snitching about it to a certain degree. There's also someone a lot of people have had their eyes on in David's entourage, his name is Neo. That's what everyone calls him. And it's someone that Law and Crime mentioned during their coverage of this as well. But as of right now, it's just David under arrest, but I guess there could be more if some of his friends knew and tried to help him cover it up, or just didn't report it, tried to stay, tight-lipped about it. So I guess we'll see how it all unfolds. Right now, it's just him. Overall, just an extremely sad and sick case. Hopefully there will be justice for Celeste Rivas here. And even if somehow David isn't the one who actually murdered her, it is irrefutable that he was in a relationship with a child. So he should also be going to jail for that. And I find it hard to believe that if he is innocent of the murder, he didn't know that the child he was dating was dead and her corpse was chopped up and put in the back of his vehicle's trunk. I am certain he would have had that knowledge. So again, even if he didn't actually kill her, he is not innocent. He is not some, victim in all of this. He is an evil monster, and I do believe he is the one that killed her. I think all of the evidence points to him being the person that most likely did it. But I guess we'll see now that he's been arrested. I'm assuming this will now start to reveal more and more information to the public about all of this. So anyway, that's really about it. See ya. What's the big difference between AI and my height? AI is still growing. And most people recognize that a lot of jobs that exist today won't exist in the next handful of years because AI will replace them, and companies are being pretty forward about that. There's plenty of signs about, the corporate direction here and the role AI is going to play and the effect it's going to have on the workforce. But what a lot of people still don't fully understand is even if somehow your job survives the initial purge, your life is still directly being affected by AI's existence in a negative way, such as electronics prices getting higher and higher. Most recently, the RAM crisis that hasn't even fully set in yet, by the way, and already seeing an explosion in price there. But even outside of that, as data centers become more and more common, as more and more get installed, the price of just living in the area is going to go up. And we're already seeing that in communities that have data centers going up, where water, electricity, all of that, their price has started to increase exponentially because of data centers. So even just being in proximity to AI as it becomes even bigger is a net negative on your life in terms of being able to live it or own things or pay for things that you previously had no problems paying for. But also, outside of that, not even your gooning is safe. AI filters have gotten so good that now anybody can pretend to be a hot babe, holy honkers, big titted online influencer that's influencing the nut right out of your sack, and you're none the wiser to it actually not being a human being there. It's all AI. Or in some cases, a dude with the AI filters on as well as a voice changer. That's another thing that's become very common so far since this has gotten so sophisticated. But oftentimes on Instagram in particular, it's just fully AI, no actual human being there. And they're making tons and tons of money, tens of thousands of dollars per month based on some of the reports I've seen from these individuals, as well as some of these are even like small businesses that are just pumping out AI women on Instagram to make money. I saw the real-time AI filter on Twitter. That shit's crazy. Which one? There's a bunch of them right now. I imagine it was probably this one. This one I think is the big one. You're gonna be squeezing your hog to this pretty soon, and you'll never even know. Meanwhile, our boy here's gonna be raking in all the doubloons. But this is big now. I've seen quite a few of these. Still very easy to tell, though. Not really. Not at all, actually. Imagine just in a small face cam on stream, you would have no idea this would be an AI avatar. He will absolutely just be using an AI voice filter. You'd have no clue. You'd have to really, really, really be getting into the weeds of it to try and spot anything. It's very, very tough. My 50-year-old coworker subbed to like 6 OnlyFans girls. This will destroy him. I'm pretty sure it's bannable on OnlyFans to do AI creators there, but if you just shit out like 100 of them, it doesn't matter how many get banned as long as you can just have a few of them last long enough to get the money out of it. It's really big on Instagram right now. AI Instagram influencers are making tons of money. Like, here's one of them that has 550K, Emily Pellegrini. But this one is at least disclosing that it's an AI influencer. Some of the other really successful ones don't do that. I don't know, Emily Pellegrini AI lady. But there are so many. Kind of obvious that it's AI, right? To some people. And in some ways, but not all the time. This one will absolutely be hard for people to find out. And in some of the other videos I saw of this, the hair moves like 1-to-1. It's like really very difficult. Especially when you consider that the way this will be used is just on like normal streams or like TikTok lives where it's going to be much tougher. Dolan made a video on an AI music artist that signed a $3 million deal. I know, I covered that same story. And it's not a music artist, by the way. That implies that there's like an actual art to it. It's just AI drivel. Signed a $3 million record deal. I went to a marketing conference and AI influencers are going to kill influencer jobs. All the big brands will just make a character do whatever they want. It won't happen overnight, but that is something I've talked about as well. Why would a brand even work with a human being for like a brand deal? It's expensive and you can't control everything they say or how they talk about it. A brand will most likely just invest like very tiny amount of resources, like a matter of $100 or $200 to just do an AI avatar to promote their product. Absolutely. That is definitely coming soon. Yeah, they're already doing that. It's fucked. Who's doing that right now? Give me a brand. I want to check it out. I didn't know it had already started. The only ones I know are the TikTok AI influencer farms that I was just briefly mentioning, where they just have AI like this endlessly on loop shilling products. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the AI live sellers. Yeah. I know about that. I thought you were I'm talking about like big brands are going to do it too. Like, I think Coke will probably be one of the first ones to do that. Coke loves their AI-generated ads. I'm sure they'll just start partnering with... I'm sure they will stop partnering with any real people for their advertising. They'll just do AI for it. Here's an article, though, on the AI live sellers. I don't know if it has the collage that I've been trying to find. Wow, what is this fucking URL link? Holy shit. AI virtual sales avatars are transforming live stream e-commerce by outperforming humans with 24/7 real-time demonstrations and higher conversion rates. AI-powered tools grow more sophisticated. Concerns about job security among workers have been rising. However, certain professions still appear to be safe, like sales, where the human touch, charisma, and conversational skills remain essential. Sales domain, nonetheless, might be experiencing a transformative phase. In China, AI-powered avatars are increasingly being leveraged for product sales over live streams, as reported by Wired. Notably, these virtual entities are beginning to surpass their human counterparts in performance. Case in point is Japanese electronics firm Brother, which has adopted virtual salespeople in China, where live streams serve as a popular and effective vehicle for product sales. Within just 2 hours of deployment, Brother's AI avatar secured 2,500 in printer sales, representing a 30% enhancement over traditional live stream sales. These avatars are crafted by Shanghai's marketing agency Pilter Firm and have been unleashed across significant e-commerce platforms like Taobao and Pinduoduo, where they promote an array of products from office devices to typical consumer goods. This is a bit of an older article, I imagine. Yeah, 2025 August. As of like 2 months ago, I've seen the AI sellers are now just big on TikTok. This is what all our RAM is being used for. Pointless shit. Pointless shit? What do you mean? They're selling fucking fake products to fake people using fake people to make fucking imaginary money. This is a requirement for a civilized and, functioning society. The AI influencers will also try to sell you courses to become an AI influencer too. That one is adorable. It's not the AI influencers. What you'll see oftentimes is people like trying to hawk a course on how you can make your own AI e-commerce shilling avatar, as if it's something hard to do. As if it's not something anybody on the fucking planet with access to the internet can do right now. Shameless. It's so shameless. What percentage of people do you think care about stuff like this? I would hope it's high, but it's probably not. I know people like to pretend that, it's not a lot of people that care about this. It's just people online, terminally online. That's just not true. Your average everyday layman is not thrilled about this shit either, because it is literally directly affecting people's lives right now. My mom and dad are like the least online people imaginable. My mom, I went to dinner with them tonight. My mom was even talking about how, like, she just recently learned how to scan things to get rid of her fax machine. These are not online people, but one thing that we always bring up when we talk is about how fucking terrified they are of AI and how much they hate AI. Like, it is a very normal perspective that actual people have about AI being really not good right now. So I think that is a sentiment shared by a lot of people, not just those online. Once the data centers go online and the electric bills go up, shit will get crazy. Oh, and you're already seeing that. We watched, not too long ago, a short news segment on a town that just got a data center installed, and they just completely lost access to water from time to time because of it. Which, of course, they're pissed about. It's no real human being wants this. And the ones that think they do, they're going to soon learn they don't, when the data centers get installed and everything gets more expensive around them. Oh, here's a nice little segment on it. But this one's only focusing on the China AI live selling. I'd love to find the one for TikTok.
Rapidly taking over pop culture in videos like this
It's
one.
basically just like this, though, to be fair.
These are AI clones of human live streamers, built to host shows by themselves. Is this what the future of online shopping looks like?
It is. It 100% is, but not just online shopping. Shopping anywhere, anything. The future of literally fucking everything, unfortunately. We'll see how bad ChatGPT usage drops off since they're introducing ads in the US. Wait, what? A piece of AI news I haven't heard? Wait, is that real? Are they actually doing that? Here's something from OpenAI. Our approach to advertising and expanding access to ChatGPT. No way. No way. Let me read. Okay, what the fuck? Why is it? Did they just take the article down? Oh, there we go. AI is reaching a point where everyone can have a personal super assistant that helps them learn and do almost anything. Who gets access to that level of intelligence will shape whether AI expands opportunity or reinforces the same divides. Hey, also, by the way, brother, this has existed for a while. It's called Google. Just going on your cell phone and researching things yourself. Like, you can do that right now and have been able to for a couple decades. But the difference is, now you'll never even bother diving into things, so oftentimes you'll just get fed wrong shit and learn how to do nothing. It's very cool, actually. We've been working to make powerful AI accessible to everyone through our free product and low-cost subscription tier, ChatGPT Go, which is launched in 171 countries since August. Today we're bringing Go to the US and everywhere ChatGPT is available, giving people expanded access to messaging, image creation, file uploads, and memory for $8 a month. In the coming weeks, we're also planning to start testing ads in the US. Yeah! For the free and Go tiers, so more people can benefit from our tools with fewer usage limits or without having to pay. Plus, Pro, Business, and Enterprise subscriptions will not include ads. Wow, that's so sweet. That's so nice. I'm sure eventually these will start to get some ads, though. They won't just be free users that get to have all the fun. I mean, there's so many people now that will just switch to Gemini or DeepSeek. Until they do the same thing, man. All of these fucking companies are so parasitic. Once ChatGPT proves that people will just sit there and mindlessly watch ads like the good little drones they are, everyone else is going to follow suit. You see Jeff Bezos about renting computers. I forgot to look into that. Did he actually say that he wants people to be renting computers? Which, by the way, is nothing new. We're kind of going in that direction where you won't even own your fucking computer anymore. It'll all just be cloud computation and shit, and you're renting your devices. Let me see. I see a bunch of articles on it. That's not going to laugh. Jeff Bezos believes AI will force you to rent your PC from the cloud, and the RAM crisis is accelerating it. Yippee! Renting computers! You can't even own them now! NZXT already offers computers for rent. Oh, I know, that's why I said this is nothing new. Pitching local PCs for subscription-based cloud computing. In an interview with the New York Times, Bezos talks about how AI is the main focus at Amazon. Shocked! I'm shocked! That's hardly a surprise, seeing as every company is doubling down on incorporating artificial intelligence into their products, apps, services, and more these days. But the real kicker comes in when Bezos mentioned a brewery he visited, and this company had to build its own power station to improve the efficiency of their brewery with electricity. Since there was no power grid, they had to build their own form of electricity. At the time, that's what everyone did. If a hotel wanted electricity, they had their own electric generator. I looked at this and I thought, this is what computation is like today. Everyone has their own data center. Interestingly, he continued to say, that's not going to last. It makes no sense. You're going to buy compute off the grid. That's AWS. That comment was said in 2024, and today it rings more true than ever. Oh, so this isn't even new. Renting everything is on the table. Man, you could fucking rent burritos with Klarna. You remember that? Fucking just put that shit on Klarna. Pay it back later. The fuck they gonna do if I don't pay it? Reach into my stomach and take it? Yeah, I don't know, man. Who's to say? Well, I think we don't even need to worry about spending in the future. AI will just do everything for us.
They've got that covered.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Money won't even exist in the future. It'll all just be AI tokens to ChatGPT and Gemini. Don't know too much about this one. All I know is it's a dude-like roguelike. How many dudes? So, based on what I'm seeing here, it's going to be increasingly difficult challenges like how many dudes to kill a gorilla with roguelike elements. I don't know, a buddy of mine told me about it. Sounded cool from the way he described it. Let's ride, new run. Round 1, 10 toddlers. Oh, one dude could easily take that, right? Oh yeah, this is a freebie. Yeah, did they even touch me? That might have been hitless. I little broed them right there, hand out in front of them, giving them the fucking business down here, popping them. Need more dudes. Post a flyer to attract a new type of dude to the ranch. Oh, the old Ram Ranch. Okay, so Spartan dudes and Bard dudes. Spartans, 20% chance to block attacks, aim at nearby dudes. Bard dudes, every 4 attacks, Bard dude plays a song that inspires 4 random dudes, increasing their damage and run speed by 4% for 4 seconds. This effect stacks up to 4 times. That feels really good. Let's do a Bard dude. They're tiny horses. They're ponies and ducks. I think we win this. Yeah. I kind of ganged up on my Bard dude, but that's okay. No, I'm assuming he comes back, right? I'll give him like a Senzu bean and he'll be back. Oh, I lost him for good. He's just dead. 36 toddlers. We'll just keep doing the easier fights. Yeah, they're getting cooked. Except this guy might go down. Never mind. Teamwork. There we go. Good work. 134 toddlers. That should be free. Oh, I don't know. Actually, he's really surrounded. And still completely fine. They can't do anything except just like goo goo gaga and fucking throw up, tinkle their little britches. God, my bards and clerics do so much. Oh! My God, he fucking blasted my background dudes like a kickball. That's making a beautiful sound. What a serene melody. Sounds like Donald Duck getting run through a wood chipper. Yeah, we're not losing any health right now. I bet the stats on this one are great. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Oh, they did the most damage and some of the most... And almost the most healing. Oh, there's a gorilla in here. Uh-oh. Luckily, I have a ton of healing. He's fucking shoryukening our ass. Yeah, in these long sustained fights, I'm basically unkillable. I just have so much sustain. And I'm getting so many free items. 708 bees? We'll just do the little ducks. Oh, actually, this could be dangerous. But I'm not a bitch. Give me the little ducks. Holy fuck. They're gonna melt my fucking computer. And it'll cost me $1 million to get more RAM for a new one. They did no damage. They actually did no damage. Oh man, this guy's killing us. Holy shit. Wow, I underestimated the unicorn terribly. That's super not good. Oh my god. Oh god, no. No, my run. Holy shit, these bees were crazy. What the fuck? Those bees were nuts. Oh, what? Fuck, man. I cannot believe those bees were that hard to kill. Damn! Yeah, so I think next run, I need to focus... I'll do like a very quick one. I think I need to focus entirely on damage instead of like sustain. Just to see. Or shit like that. I'm just gonna do a really crazy like Ooga Booga run here. No think, just damage. Oh my god, he's absolutely obliterating all of my medics. They spawned right next to the big guy. That couldn't have been worse positioning. Wow, I lost so many medics right away. I haven't killed a single thing. I've killed one wolf. GG. Yeah, that build was just not a good idea. I didn't have a whole lot of synergy, I just went for high DPS and crit. And it did not work. I did not like Paladin at all. Was not a huge fan there. I just genuinely think there is so much potential with Paladins, even though I didn't love them in my last run. Their base stats are so good. I'm going Paladin again. Maybe I just didn't see the good relics. Toddlers will probably actually be easier than this one. Oh, this vampire is surrounded. Holy shit, they're ganging up on him like he has fucking Hershey's chocolate bars in his pockets. Good lord. Regular dude just woke up. He just came back from the hospital and immediately died again. And I lost a vampire. Okay, I actually lost quite a bit there, to be honest. Man, the kids don't have a chance against this squad. Holy fuck, they roll out and just annihilate them. Alright. I'm liking our build right now. I'm really liking our build right now. I also have a nice 4 meteors here, which I might actually rip. No, maybe not, maybe not. Didn't need to. Gotta have faith in the boys, man. If you don't believe in the boys, who will? I think I will just blow him away so I can save that Viking dude. No, don't do it, Viking dude! I did that to save you! Ended up working out just fine. Nope, he still died. All you had to do was not go over there and try and solo him. The vampire thing just procced. I saw it happen. That was cool. When vampire dude takes damage while below 50, steals 20% health from random dude if that dude has more health than him. That sucks for me. When cleric dude takes fatal damage, he will recover with full health and send out divine pulse with 300% increased range and 1000% increased power. Each cleric dude can do this once per round. Sure. Can't reroll anyway. Oh, my medic's up. Just play it safe. I'm about to have 5 medics come in, so let's do this. Very clean. Didn't lose anybody. Oh my god, we are fucking sailing so smooth.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That was no problem at all. Yeah, we fucking ganged up on him like we were trying to recover a fumble in football there. This is pretty clean! This is even cleaner than my first run. I'm liking the position we're in here. Alright, I'm back. My fucking dudes are getting a little rambunctious here, a little out of control, antsy. Ram Ranch is popping off right now. Oh, reduce enemy damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 10 times? That sounds very strong. 3 alpha wolves. Fuck it. I forgot these were the alpha wolves. These guys don't do shit to us. They're small fry. I could give everyone 5% crit chance, like that's probably worth spread across this many dudes. Or I can give my vampire dudes an additional 30% HP. Don't know if I care about that much, let's just do this. This is guaranteed benefits. I don't remember seeing these pigs. Did I avoid pigs in my round 80 run? The feral hogs. Hog Rider. This vampire and this pig were having quite the slugfest there. God, our health just doesn't move. We have so many ways of healing. I love the sound that they make, too. It sounds like the Mario Party minigame when you make that song and they just go... Or like Banjo-Kazooie characters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna keep load. Oh, that's a lot. 3... That might be a little much. That might be a little too much. If I was a bitch, run it. Okay, we're handling it pretty well so far. There we go, we got our first kill. Our second kill. Everyone's still at full health? Wow. Wow. We are looking strong. They didn't kill anybody. I thought for sure we were gonna lose someone there. Even the regular dudes are alive and at full health. Even the regular dudes. Holy shit. The God Run. Wow. 29k damage dealt by the Vikings. Yep. Oh, man. The dude crews very smooth. You do love to see it. Just more Viking dudes, might as well. Yeah, we're fucking flipping them like burgers on the grill right now. We're extremely tanky and our damage is very good. Our damage was a problem early on, but late game we scaled so well with all these Vikings. This one's the toughest one so far, but it looks like our vampires stacked the damage reduction on them because they're not hitting as hard anymore. So good, man. So good. Woo! Yep. We got all of the shit stacked, so now they can't kill us. They're powerless. Once the most fearsome predators in the animal kingdom, they can do nothing against the dudes. I thought for a second this might have been a tough wave. It was not. Oh, we're so strong. I think I do want some more vampires, though. We have a perfectly even spread, really. I think some more vampires would do us well. Hang in there. Ugh. Alright, we're good. I don't need to pop anymore. I might have played that too safe, to be honest. I think I might have used too much shit, but whatever. Damn, they are hitting hard now, though. Okay, so now we're getting into the, like, actual end game. Nice. I'm just gonna keep loading up on Vikings. Oh, no, not the big bees. Not the big bees. That I'm just not risking. That's a run ender right there. It's not worth it. I'll fight the fucking polar bear. I'll take a little bit of money lost there to not have to deal with the bees. Also, this Berserk chain is looking really good. He's giving it to my clerics and shit. That's crazy. And this one vampire. He's got him. Oh, wait, no, that was rude. Just threw him away like some dirty laundry. Man, the sound this one is making. I think we're gonna get into the territory where it starts fucking melting my GPU. It'll cost me $12,000 to get a new one with the new fucking Nvidia prices that are rumored to be coming out. God damn it! Stabilize! I think we got it. I think we got there. I wanted a burner phone, but I couldn't find an opportunity. I had to keep trying to heal. Christ, they were tough. We did it! Round 100 complete.
Oh yeah!
We did it, now we're just into the endless waves. We fucking did it, baby. Man, round 100 was no joke. That made me blow every resource I had. But we did it. Oh, and we're gonna finish with bees. No way I get out of this alive. Unless... Wow! We're actually gonna hang on! I thought for sure the bees would cook us. We went through 1,000 bees and 54 big bees. Pretty fucking good. Just keep dropping meteors. They're very tanky, so it's taking a while to kill, but we're gonna survive just fine. I'm excited to see what else they add to this game, because this is still just a demo. I imagine they'll get up to things that aren't just animal related. How many dudes to kill Cthulhu? How many dudes to kill fucking Galactus? I'm very curious. Wow, we're gonna fucking survive this too. Really? Wait, we're doing so well. I'm telling you, man, vampires might have been the secret sauce. Paladins and vampires. We already knew cleric and medics were amazing, and Vikings always sounded good, but I had no idea vampires would perform this well. They're unkillable. Even when one does die, it revives itself, and since it has so much lifesteal and shit and overhealing, it probably just like gets itself all the way back to full without me even noticing. Very cool. That's some good shit. Oh my god. I didn't think we'd be able to buy here. What the fuck? This is so good. I don't even need to use any items here. The polar bears are weak. Polar bears are actually kind of shit. They're just very tanky. One thing I would like them to do in the full game is instead of everything just punching, I'd love if they had different animations. So like the ninja, they throw shuriken, samurai, like more sword-oriented type shit, paladin, maybe like a hammer. That'd be nice. And maybe they eventually will do that. There is one guy over here getting ganged up by every fucking alpha wolf, and he is still fine. And one guy here, too. They are all going to this guy and still can't do anything. It's like fucking Katamari over here. Who is that guy? Give him a medal. What a fucking animal. Face tanking the entire football team. Holy shit. What the fuck? One toddler. One random toddler? Interesting. Is he gonna be drunk? Yeah, they just killed a paladin right away. Run! No! They got us. 1,600 geese. Round 114, that's pretty fucking good. Woo! That was clean. I took a snooze, now it's time for dudes. I want to do a new run because this was just experimenting at the end of the last video. Got up to, what was it, round 114, but I think I can go all the way up to round 1014. I truly believe in myself. Now that I've become the master of men, I feel like I know what to look for, what kind of build I want. So it's just a matter of optimizing and hopefully getting some good rolls. I wonder if I should get a medic dude, or continue to try new stuff like with the warlock. I might try the warlock. Let's try the warlock. We haven't used them before. Let's see how this goes. Just out of curiosity. I feel like that's going to be really good. Both of these are good. Warlocks really were a terrible call. Like, actually really bad. That's okay, though. That's okay. Collecting data. That's all. A little bit of dude data. Warlocks were just a really bad choice. I think I'm just going to abandon Warlocks, unless they have a really good relic that I haven't seen yet. This is gonna need to be dude juice for sure. Lost too many clerics. Ooh, the bees. I'm not afraid of bees anymore. I've grown up. Yeah. I'm no longer traumatized by those dirty little bastards, those bitches. They don't scare me. That's perfect. They instantly killed 10 skeletons, so now we are so buffed. That was perfect. See, that's what I want every time. Just instant 10 skeledudes killed. Just fucking blasted, so that way all of us are tankier and we fight in their honor. Wow, our damage is incredible because of the skeleton dudes. Holy shit. Them dying just gives us so much. We get so much value out of it. You know, The Warlocks really weren't the worst call in the world. They just don't ever die, which is nice. Maybe I should have bought the Taunting Relic for them when I had the chance. And I think focusing on, like, mainly these 3 units has been crucial. Instead of spreading everything out. Oh my god, the amount of skeleton dudes we can have there if I can just find a taunt. I'm gonna grab this in the hopes that I get a taunt, because this just seems so good. This is great, but I'm trying to invest for, like, going into 150. Oh, I just need to find a taunt. A skeleton taunt, specifically, because then all my skeletons taunt for 4 seconds. Holy shit. Imagine the amount of skeleton dudes we can summon with that. I've gotta gamble for it. I've gotta. Oh, I need the taunt! But at least I get this back. Should I re-roll for it? I can do it a couple times to really try and fish. But I mean, this is guaranteed right here. I'm gonna have a huge investment come through anyway. I'll wait for the investment, then I'll just do a ton of re-rolling. Let's get the guaranteed here, though. And I'm gonna save. Re-roll, maybe. There it is! It's Bony Backhand! That's the one I'm looking for! Holy shit! Skeledudes, 20% toughness, and taunt 4 nearby enemies to attack them for 4 seconds when they're summoned. I should be spawning a billion Skeledudes if this procs at all for me. I summoned 1. But at least they're taunting. The taunt is still incredible.
Cha-ching.
There's my huge investment. God, the taunting is so good. Oh my god, the taunting is good. Fuck, what a crazy run. Damn, they can't even kill the Skeledudes that are coming in. Yeah, we've got 41 active right now. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of dudes coming in, brother. We got dudes coming out of the woodwork. We got dudes coming from the shadows. Dudes coming out of nowhere. Somehow they are laser focusing on our clerics. What the fuck? I've summoned over 200 Skeledudes. Okay, next one I'm gonna have to pop my phones and get the clerics out. Ah, Jesus. Alright, now they're dying, we're fine. Oh, we might make it to 120! I'm putting the cart before the horse a little bit here, but this is looking good. GG. Damn it! The polar bears didn't really fucking do anything. It was all entirely the gorillas. Fuck, man, the gorillas were strong. Well, we got to 119 at least. If I hit a store, we're good, but I don't hit a store here. It's next round I hit a store. GG. 119. Fuck. Another really good run, though. If I didn't take Warlocks, if I took something else there, probably medical dudes. If I took the medic dude, that could have kept going. Like, these weren't terrible, because they never died. But if I took the medic dude there, oh man. That was a throw here. I just wanted to get experimental. Taking that was a throw, but still cool to see. Oh, this was a really great game. Pixels were beautiful. Oh, it was, man. Neon Inferno was a banger. Man, back-to-back bangers. Brutal John was great. Neon Inferno was great. Now we're going to go into How Many Dudes, which is great. You love to see that. 2026, yeah, I got a little resolution. I want to statistically have been the guy that played the most games on stream. Like, variety of games. My last dude run went up to 119. I know if I had just not thrown by grabbing Warlocks, I would have been in the 120s. Easily. I've got a good handle on the fundamentals. A Bard would be great, too. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Necro Dude, Franken Dude, because I think that's the strongest combination in the game. Cleric for sure. And then maybe Bard's Spartan for blocking. Because the big problem at the end of the game is like the fucking 2,000 gorillas and shit. There's the cleric. Oh my god, we're getting everything we need right away. Painless. Now the last thing I want is Spartans, and I think we're kind of set. Oh, I didn't get Spartans. Damn, that's really unlucky. It's gonna have to be Paladins then. Damn. Really wanted Spartans. I don't think Paladins are going to be able to tank enough for us in the 120s. No choice, though. I didn't get any dice, so I can't reroll. Tough. Alright, Paladins. No, I guess... No, it has to be Paladins. I can't risk anything else. That's just super not helpful. My Franken dudes are just getting fucking blasted. This is so useless for me. But we're gonna grab it. Again, we're gonna try and prep for a 120 run. It's looking unlikely, but oh my god. Man. Picking up that cleric relic there immediately just paid off big time. That by itself just saved us. Alright, alright. Alright, that's looking good now. That's looking really good now. Alright. Are we back? Are we fucking back? Okay, it's looking good again. Alright, we're entering the late game now. Well, not really. We still have another 50 waves before late game, but we're starting to turn it around. That's what we needed right there. That's what we fucking needed. You can never count the dude out. A dude is at his strongest with his pants down, fucking ass up. And look at us now. Yikes. Okay, I have to pop that potion. That was looking a little threatening. None of my Skella dudes died, so we didn't get any of the toughness or the other buffs or anything. That's okay. I don't know if we can kill the unicorn without taking a lot of casualties. I need to show faith in the dudes, though. I need to. If I don't believe in them, who will? Yep, they instantly killed one of my clerics, but luckily he procced. Okay, we only lost 3? Technically 4? Alright, that wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I wish I didn't grab these 4 paladins. Like, I had to choose paladins because there was no other option, but I wish I didn't grab 4 more of them. That would have been really nice if I spent it on bards or franken dudes. I fucked up. Oh god, 3 unicorns. Instantly just killed 2 of my necro dudes. Instantly. Damn unicorns, fucking bastards, I tell you what. Man, these bad boys are standing strong. Holy. Having a hard time chopping them up. Almost there. They did not go quietly. Instantly dropped those 1,000 bees. That's probably the fastest I've ever killed the 1,000 bees. Hang in there, you fucking bastards! Please stop dying. My bards are getting clapped. Alright, we're fine. He gets around 200. I don't think anyone's got past round 123 from what I've seen. 123 is the filter. Because 123 is 1660 polar bears. And I think the only way you can get past that is with Spartans. Why I was trying to build Spartans, because I think they're like really the only way. Man, they're tapping my bards hard. Why? Leave them alone. The only units I fucking lost were bards. Oh yeah. Man, they fucking blasted some bards. Damn, they're still blasting some bards. Oh fuck, they're really... Oh man, they're really getting after the bards. Hopefully they'll start dying soon, because holy shit. Jiminy Christmas. About fucking time. My god. So many bard corpses littering the battlefield. Oh god damn. My Franken dudes. Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't get the click off. Yeah, 114's tough. I should have shroomed earlier. Oh, come on, stop. Hey, leave him alone. He tried his... Leave him alone. He tried his best. Just kill him with dignity. Hey, cut, guys. Grow up. Oh, come on. Leave him alone, guys. Damn. I've got a new interesting speedrun strategy I'm about to try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose early game easy route more often and compound the investments. So I'm just going to keep stacking them till it gets hard. Ooh, this is a rough start. Okay, so now I have a decision to make. Do I go Frankendudes or do I go for Bard? I actually think I go for Bard. I think I just keep re-rolling for Bard. But the Necrodude Frankendude combo, oh, brother, that's putting Mozart in front of a piano. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of value if I go Bard. Plus, everyone and their mother's doing Necrodude Frankendude. We're going for Bard. We're getting experimental. Yeah, I'm gonna go Unicorn. I should be able to kill it. Yeah, the taunting was really good here because he's all over the knight. Look at that. No casualties on Unicorn Wave. Oh, fuck, that's nice. That's some good shit. That's some real good shit. Kata came in here to appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. It's looking pretty good. And we haven't even got to the main experimentation of the run yet. With my doubled investments, I know. Kata, what's up? I know. Good girl. I'm very surprised. Like this, I've been like malnourished this run on relics because I've been saving, and we're still this strong. This is pretty solid. I do think though after this boss, I will need to do the easy routes. Because, like, see, like, now I'm starting to kind of get slapped around a little bit here. We lost a couple units. So it'll probably be required to do the easy stuff going forward. That Unicorn is really looking at that Bard right there. He's being real mean to my Bard. He's bullying him for no reason. What a piece of shit. Oh, he killed a regular dude. Have mercy. It was just a normal man. He wasn't even a fighter. He was here by accident. He wandered in. Okay. I'm about to have so much money come in. I wonder if 2 investments is enough. 2 full investments stacked, or if I should do 3. That's the decision I'm about to have to make.
Cha-ching.
So there's 12k. That's fucking massive. But should I do it again? Get up to 26,000 by the end. Like, I'm still doing fine. I can't decide. Nice! Pretty good. The damn shame still no Bony Buckler. Or bony backhand, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, yeah! Wait, what a fucking hold here! Holy shit! Nice! So good! Good shit, dudes. Holy fuck. The dude news is looking good here. They tried to separate us. I mean, they successfully separated us. Like, that did happen, but don't let it tilt you, boys. Hang in there, dudes. I could just burn her phone, but I didn't need to. I'm trying to save it for 119. Excellent work. Nice. We lost a couple of bards, but that's okay. That's what dude juice is there for. It exists for a reason. I actually want to see the stats on this one here. I feel like the vampires did a lot for me. Reducing their damage. Wow, they even did like a ton of healing on their own. God, look at the damage taken from the knights and the damage prevented from the knights. Oh my god. No surprise with the bards and clerics doing that much damage, but Jesus, the damage prevented is crazy. Alright. This is the make or break. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, man, 119 is just too hard. Ah, man, 119 is brutal. Fuck! We weren't able to get there. Got every single knight relic. Damn it. Run it back, run it back. That strategy, though, of the double... Well, no. The triple investment, that's the way. Oh my god, we're so cooked. No healing at all. Man, the toddlers are eating us alive. This is such a terrible setup here. I cannot believe how bad this is. I just kind of want to see it through now. This is unbelievable. This is probably the saddest fucking dude run of all time. I can't decide if I want Cleric or Bard more. I'm kind of leaning Cleric. Bard's extremely good, though. Thank God I saved my pocket dice. Oh my god, no way. That's incredible. Even double pocket dicing. Well, that's pretty much GG. Ooh. I lost 2 Franken dudes there? What the? 3 Franken dudes there? What? Wow, I didn't expect that. Wow. Those guys kind of popped off on me. Yeah, wow, what they are actually clapping my Franken dudes. Oh wait, I haven't checked my roster order in a while. Did my knight take the 30%? I think it did. Yeah. That unicorn just destroyed half of my Necro dudes. That's crazy. What a rampage it just went on. Oh! Wow. There goes half of my Necro dudes. Wow. Man, the unicorn, like, this entire run, they have really hated those guys. They focused the fuck out of them. What in tarnation? Their damage is also really good now because of the stored pact buff that they get. So their damage has been really good. I've been looking at the numbers. They're constantly like second. Well, I guess tied for third here, but it fluctuates. Their damage is really good. That's the important thing. Wow. Insta-killing. Half, yep. The unicorns fucking hate necromancy. Okay, but the free restock was helpful. Oh my god. Oh my god, these are both so fucking good. Ah. I mean, this is better in this situation, but that's also so good. Oh my god, what the fuck? We could have had something crazy if I had a little bit more money. Hopefully I see it again. Oh my lord, Tourniquet was unreal. If I could have gone Tourniquet and Frenzy, what the fuck, man. Hopefully I can see Tourniquet again. Haven't lost a single non-Skella dude. I thought for sure I'd need to pop a consumable here. Nope. Even my one knight, unrelicked, is still alive. Holy shit. Still didn't need it. Holy shit. Wait, we are cooking. We are cooking. You love to see that, man. The boys are really performing well. These dudes are putting on a fucking show. Excellent work, gentlemen. It's fucking unreal. I haven't needed any consumables. This is great going into 114. Even the bees, man. Even the bees can't fuck me. Oh my god. No fucking way! Holy shit! Not a single casualty. Or consumable. Man, what a squad. Warlocks did great, man. Warlocks really did impress me here. I'm very proud of them. I'm loving it. Those unicorns even tried to isolate one Franken dude, bully him, and couldn't. They really thought. The big bees really thought, huh? They were really thinking there for a moment, weren't they? How interesting. How truly interesting to have been thinking. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Alright, it's 114, baby. I don't think... Did either of my... There we go. Wow, there was so much lag there. Neither one of my things went off. Nice. Made it. Alright. Eyes on the prize now. Let's get to 120, baby. It's crazy how the knight doesn't die. I have put 0 relics into the knight, nothing, and he still has survived every single round. I think he's only died like once when I first got him. When he first showed up at my doorstep. Alright, 119. This has been by far my best run. This is my best chance. Come on, boys. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Holy fuck, we're gonna make it. Holy shit, we made it. Holy shit, we made it. We're in the 120s. We fucking did it. We're in the 120s. Okay. Uncharted water. I don't think I need the lightning. Maybe I do. Nice! 121! Man, the Warlock's still not dying. Nor Frankendudes. Alright, we're getting to 123. Getting close. I don't think anyone's beaten 123 yet. Oh my god! No! Hang in there! GG. Fuck, I couldn't make it to 123. Just shy. $122. Fuck! Great run, though. What a fucking great run. If I could have got a cleric instead of a knight, I think I had that. Though, admittedly, focusing on just 4 units instead of 5, I think also has a lot of benefits. Because I was able to juice so many medics and so many necro dudes, because then I didn't have to focus on also getting this one up. So, overall, I think 4 is very viable, but if I could have had clerics here, or bards, oof, that would have been amazing. I've really come around on warlocks. That was a really good showing from warlocks. I'm fully committing to the build in my head, which is medic, cleric, bard, necro dude, franken dude. And if I do not get that assortment, I'll probably just reset. And instantly not getting what I wanted. Okay. No, maybe Viking. Since maybe instead of doing medic, bard, cleric, I'll do medic, cleric, Viking, necro dude, franken dude. Because Viking can give everything berserk, which will be really good for us. Yep, there we are. That's the sound of a dude. There we go, we got our franken dudes. Nice. This is the one I wanted. That's the exact one I wanted. And pocket dice. Actually perfect. Threw that goose like a football. Damn, we got bards. I really need medic dude. I don't think bard's enough. Though, cleric, bard, Viking, franken dude, necro dude, is cleric good enough at healing? I don't know if cleric can do it. That's the only problem, is I'm not confident cleric is enough healing. Bard is so fucking good. I'm doing it, I'm doing it. I need to save this just so we can get necro dude for sure. Good. I'm pretty optimistic here about this run. I feel like, because when we get to 122, Their damage increases 2% every second? Oh, come on, not like this. Oh my god, not like this. No way. Okay, I'll go fuck myself. Really? 4 rerolls and no Necro dude. I guess we'll try this, but now my Franken dude is fucking useless. Oh, wow. Alright, we'll see if Vikings can carry. I'll just not put anything into Franken dudes. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That blows my mind. What shit RNG that was. Woo! Man, we're taking damage. But at least they're saying ha, 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 ha. Like in Chivalry when you spam emotes. Spam the voice lines. Charge! That kind of thing. Wow. We are weak as fuck. Oh boy. I might not be able to do a full dump here. Because then we have zero chance of even making it to 120. Come on, come on, come on, hang in there, hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Nah, I was right. I knew we couldn't survive that. Oh well, that was a terrible run. I did not get the shit that I wanted. I knew I should have trusted my fucking gut there. Ugh. Oh, I should have trusted my gut. That's so sad. Don't think you're getting anywhere without a Spartan, though. I did a Spartan run earlier. I was very unimpressed with the Spartans. Oh, this is tragic. Oh, this is so tragic. That's crazy. Okay. Gonna have to rely on RNG, no pocket dice. No bitches. Please, I need pocket dice. I don't want to be wasting too much money. I need to be compounding investments. But I'm gonna grab that because that's too good to pass up. I need pocket dice, you bastard! Thank you. That's all I can afford, though. We gotta get Franken Dude with one reroll. Yeah, I've been kind of addicted to this game. I just want to be one of the first people to beat round 123. I've been coming close. Well, rather, I came close once to getting to 123. I died on 122 right at the end. Okay, no Franken Dude in our first set here. Oh my god, not like this. No, 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 we have one more reroll. Franken Dude! Okay, we're cooked. GG. Probably GG. I guess just medics. But the run is cooked. The run is actually fully fucking cooked. We'll just save the money for a big compound interest buy. I'm not gonna reset. I'll see if I can take this there. I don't think it can beat 122, but I want to see if I can take it there. The Wizard Cleric combo goes hard. I haven't really used Wizards much. Maybe they can be good, I don't know. It's just the best damage-dealing combo is Franken dudes and Necro dudes. I don't think there's anything else in the game that can scale as hard as that. So to prep for 123, like I feel like you have to have that. Looks like the guy who beat 124 is same build but swapped Franken dude with Spartan dude. Oh, so he did go with Spartan dude. That's what I was theory crafting, what, yesterday? Where I was like, maybe Spartan dudes probably would do it. So what, instead of having paladins here, he has, Spartans? Or instead of having bards, he has Spartans. Or medics. Or clerics. What does he swap? It's just Spartans instead of Franken. Yeah, so, but I mean, I don't have Franken right now. So what of my build does he not use? My guess would be he doesn't use clerics.
Oh yeah.
He probably uses paladins.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I actually don't know if I can kill wave 60 if I do a full investment, but I also have to if I want to like prep for 123. So we can't be a bitch about it. We gotta just run it. Alright, let's see if we make it. Just give me another bard. Just full buy. We got all my dudes back. Alright. Oh, we're fine. I thought they'd be hitting a lot harder on this build. Oh, we're good. Probably. Bards are dropping a little lower than I'd like, but we're still fine. Yeah, I had nothing to worry about. That's going to be a nice payday on this investment. Does this go on forever, or is there an end goal? It's endless, but the end goal is beating 123. Round 123 is basically unbeatable. Apparently it's been done, but it's very, very hard. The best I've done is 122. Now we get to cook! Yeah, I know. The bitrate gets absolutely destroyed for this. Nothing I can do about it. I think we're gonna really struggle with damage here in the hundreds. I don't think I'll get to 120 with this. Seeing how we're handling these waves, I just don't see us making it, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, this is really good. The tuning fork there? Hold on a second, sports fans. Maybe doable? Maybe? Tuning fork is so good for us right now. What do you need to buy to make the dudes kiss? Good question. There is no kissing item in the game yet, but it's still just the demo. So I'm sure it'll get there at some point. Yeah, we're in the bitrate destroying rounds now. I know. Just fucking hang in there. Hang tight. Buckle your seatbelt. We're trying to go for the long haul up to 123. God, our sustain is incredible, though. We are very, very, very sticky. I just wish we could hit a little bit harder. Got a little nervous there for a second. Bees can fucking sneak up on you. They can get you when you're least expecting it. Nice! We handled that so well. I don't even think I needed to use a spore. What the fuck? We're kind of cruising. This might break the record. It won't. The sustain is incredible, but the damage I just don't think is there. I don't think we have the damage for it. You'll see what I mean on 122. Assuming I get to 122. These are like the only 2 relics left, I think. I think I've got pretty much everything else. Yeah, I actually have like everything else. Except calcium pills, which I am actively avoiding because I want my skeleton dudes to die. Well, yeah, look at this. Pretty much full relic run. Actually, almost every relic in the game. I'm gonna take a piss. I gotta pee so bad. I'll be right back. And this is what I was worried about, though. Our damage isn't that good. Our damage is very pitiful. Look how long it's taking us just to kill these bees. Yeah, I don't think we get through 122 like this. Well, if I spam consumables, maybe. 520 skeledudes. That's the most I've ever seen. Can you imagine if I had Frankendudes like I wanted right now? Can you even fucking imagine? Now, this is what I don't understand. How would you even kill them without Frankendudes? Kill them faster without Frankendudes. Like, the Spartan run apparently used Spartans instead of Frankendudes. How the fuck is that possible? Oh, shit. Oh, no, go, go, go. Oh, fuck. They're hitting hard right now. God damn, okay, I'm gonna have to meteor again. Oh, fuck! Oh, no, 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 I wanted to click here, but I accidentally clicked the guys. Oh, Jesus. No, this might be GG. This might be GG. Damn, didn't even make it to 122. Tough. Yeah, it's just the damage was not there. Just, you can't out-sustain that. No. Yeah. I don't know how you do that with Spartans and not Frankendudes, to be honest. I think I know the perfect build. It's Spartans, medics, bards, necro dudes, Vikings. Vikings for the berserk that can proc to the whole team. Medics, obvious reason. Bard, obvious reason. Spartans, I looked more into them. They can just be unbelievable late game monsters. Both damage and tankiness. And I got none of those here. Except the Necro Dude, which is fine. And Necro Dudes I'm going to be running because I want the Skele Dudes to die, so that way I can get a lot of extra buffs to the team. So that's going to be my synergy. But I'm not going to have a ton of Necro Dudes, I'm mainly going to go all in on Spartans. I'm only going to be using Necro Dudes up to a certain amount. Probably 10. Maybe... yeah, 10. 10's probably plenty. And I don't want toughness because I want them dying. Like, instantly I want them dying. The main thing is Spartans. I think with enough Spartans you can probably just solo... they can probably just fucking solo up to 123. From what I've seen with their late game relics. Spartans. Huge. This might actually be the first time this toddler round kills me. Yeah, they actually killed quite a few units. For the first time fucking ever. Oh my god, I'm so weak right now with no healing. Medic, we actually got exactly what we needed. God, look at the size of some of my Spartans. Like Rita from Power Rangers hit him with the growth thing. That crit is obviously gonna go... I just made a big mistake by accident. I didn't mean to... I accidentally clicked when I was dragging... It's okay. This could be a huge investment play. Easy route forever, obviously. I could dump 15k. I don't know if I would survive, though. But I could dump 15k in this upcoming investment round. I'm really thinking I might do it, though if I just do the coward package, I'll still be at very close to the same spot I normally would be. But man, if I do 15k basically in there, holy shit. I could buy everything, which I've already done a few times. But I don't know if I will make it there without buying. I can't decide, man. I cannot decide. Like, I don't think the relics I have now are enough to carry me there. Fuck, this is a tough call to make. I think I've just got to do coward package. I've gotta. I wasn't 100% sure I'd make it there if I did the whole thing. I'll still be able to buy most of the store, it's just... it is what it is. I accidentally misclicked. See, I made the right call. I wouldn't have made it out of here if I invested the whole thing. I'm barely gonna make it out of here as is. Holy shit. Yeah, I made the right call. Man. Holy shit. Hop, 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 hop. Keep berserking. Pretty smooth run. Oh, I mean, the run was not smooth at all. We had to fucking struggle to get here, but in the hundreds, it's been pretty smooth for us. I never hit the leather bracer. Holy shit. Actually a massive pickup. Yeah, we are dropping shit fast. Our damage is really good. I think the Berserk proccing is really cooking. Man, think about where we started. Look at us now, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? After such a miserable early game. And the crazy thing is, man, all of those blunders with the relics and shit, imagine where we could be right now if I didn't fuck all that up. Although, admittedly, it's not that big of a deal, because we're still close to where I'd normally be by this point. Like, we're not far off, it wasn't super costly. Who's in here right now in the middle of 40 alpha wolves? It's just one random necro dude face tanking all the alpha dogs. Wow. Wow. What a man. What a fucking man. Fucking bees, man. Sometimes they just do it to you. You don't expect them to do it like they do, but then it does. God, look how big the Spartans get. Holy shit. Now you get to really see them when they rage, when they berserk. Well, we got to 120 again. I really doubted we'd get there with this. It was such a rocky start. Oh my god, we're back to 122! All I want to do is get to 123. I don't even have to go deep in 123, I just want to make it there. Nice, way to bully him, way to bully him. Are we holding right now? I think it's only because the polar bears are stuck. Come on, Spartans. Come on, Spartans. I'm blowing everything here just to see 123. That's all my consumables. It's in God's hands now. Come on, boys. Holy shit, we're gonna make it. Holy shit, we made it. Maybe. Hold on, let's not put the cart before the horse. But I think we made it. There's one goddamn goose still in there. With Spartans, I think burner phone is just so important. If I didn't start evacuating everyone over here, I think we lose. So now I know, going into 123, burner phones, positioning is going to be crucial. God, look at the size of my dudes. Holy shit, it's a kaiju battle. Alright. We made it. We're not gonna get far at all, probably insta-lose here, but we fucking made it. 123. We did it. We fucking did it. Look at the stats that you have to fight through. 3 bees, who gives a shit? 1,000 honey badgers, which, mind you, are unbelievably strong. We've already seen that. And then 1666 polar bears. Oh! Oh, fuck. Hey, we made a dent, though. We did make a dent. They will remember this final stand from us. Oh, man. We made it. We fucking did it. Anything is possible. All right.